All right. Yeah, and we are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I have not posted to social media, so what we're going to do while I'm doing that, because I'm behind, let's all introduce ourselves. Most of you guys already know the Nova Circuit crew between Jeff, and Margaret, but we are joined by a special guest all the way in the top corner, DarkLightAnime.
What's going on,
Woo!
everybody?
We're excited.
Hello,
Yay!
So, if
hello,
anybody
welcome.
hasn't guessed, this podcast is probably going to be a lot about anime and a lot about nerdy stuff because we're all a bunch of nerds here. So,
Well, my favorite.
yep. So, well, I think Dark Light kind of introduced himself, promote his channel and everything for a little bit. I'm going to post all the social medias that we're live. So, yeah, why don't you give the folks what they want to hear?
Okay. I don't even know how to do this stuff right now.
All right,
This
just
is my first time on podcast with anybody, but hey, you can follow me on the Discord, Dark Light Anime. You can follow me on YouTube. I do mostly movie reviews, trailer reactions, anime reactions. Pretty much bring you news about the movie, Marvel, Cinematic Universe, DC, whatever. You can follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/darklightanime. You can also follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/darklightanime. I barely be on it, but hey,
Hmm.
He's
it's
on it,
there.
though.
It's
And when he
there.
is, it's
You're right.
entertaining. When he is, it's entertaining. Trust me, I've been to it.
So,
All
Awesome.
right. Just making this
So,
look pretty.
so first question I have for you, before I want to be the one to jump the gun. What's your favorite anime? What's your favorite anime?
hmm?
What's your favorite anime?
Ooh,
It's a loaded question.
that is burning right there.
She's
To be
she's right
honest
off
with
the
you,
bat with the fire questions, man. She's just like, listen.
yes,
I am.
that's
I just had to know.
oh man. To be honest with you, I really don't have a top favorite yet because it's such a headache. I've been watching anime since I was 5, so that was 1995, and there's so many that has come out. It's hard to put which is going to be number one and which is going to be. So I really don't
Right.
have a top favorite right now.
Okay.
Lead in question then. What started you on anime? What first few animes did you watch that got you into it?
The first few would be Sailor Moon, the original Dragon Ball Z with the Rock the Dragon intro,
Mm-hmm. I do love that
Tenchi
one.
Muyo, and
Yu Yu Hakusho.
yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho around that time. Yeah, you had Metabots, Beyblade. It's so many to go through. Because you had your Toonami, you had your Dope Swim, you had your Fox for Kids, which was later on changed to Jetix. So you had all kinds of animes at that time, especially English dub. But by me being 5 at that time, I was mostly calling them cartoons. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
till later on, that's when I started getting into it because the internet wasn't so big at the time.
Yeah. I
That
don't
is
think
true.
I knew anything was like anime from like Japan until about Dragon Ball Z probably.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon for me was quite the same though. Like I think as far back as I can remember, Sailor Moon was actually the first. I think that was between like 90, I think it was around 92, sometime between 92 and 95
Yeah.
when that one first came out.
Honestly,
'Cause,
you know what really surprised me? That Power Rangers actually was not what I thought it was until Jeff actually explained it to me one day. He was like, "This is actually what Power Ranger is," and he showed me the actual show where it came from. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, that's Power Rangers!" He's like, "But it's not."
Super Sentai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Super Sentai. Yeah,
And they
They
actually
also did
reuse a
like
lot of the footage.
A lot. All the fight
a
scenes are
lot of
reused from
hmm
the
that's what I
Japanese.
was like. Oh my gosh, I recognize these fight scenes, and he was like, "Yeah, they ripped them from this and made it, made their own
But
scenes
then they
as."
do also a spinoff, like called them Beetleborgs.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah, they had
Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs,
Beetleborgs.
VR
There was a
Troopers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Comeden Rider, I think.
Kamen Rider was
Kamen
actually
Rider.
something different though. That was before all
Um,
that, I think.
but
I think it was pretty close to around the same time.
Yeah, it might have been.
Talking about all
Yeah,
that
I was
makes
a
me
big
seem
Power Ranger
extremely
kid
old.
too. So
Oh
I
yeah,
was.
remember Comic Con 2 years ago. I had a chance to take a photo with uh the Black Ranger. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, I remember when I seen something going around that he was torn, that you could see him.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah.
and had a chance to see Tommy. Had a chance to see. I forgot the other one of the Red Rangers.
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason. I had a chance to see him. Also, the one from the Lost Galaxy series.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I was
forgot
kind of out of it
that
at that point.
one. So I
Lost.
even
There,
got
there were a couple of good ones right there in that area because you had like Lost in Space, or not Lost in Space. Sorry. I think
yeah,
it was
that Lost
Power
in
Rangers
Space.
in Space,
Yeah, in
Mhm.
space.
and then you had like Time Force
Yeah,
and the
Power Rangers
Galaxy Rangers.
Zeo.
Zeo was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Was it just
I think it was-
me, or was when Power Rangers in space, the outfits of like the soldiers in space were a ripoff of the outfits from Starship Troopers?
I'll be right back.
Maybe I'm not super
Because I
familiar
remember
with
when
that.
I watched the episodes and they were in the little space military or whatever was up there. They were literally, the helmets were the exact same from Starship Troopers. I'm telling you, it
Like
blew my mind.
of the Power Rangers?
No, not
or-
the Power Rangers. Like in the episode, there was like the soldiers. I think it was the first like movie or whatever. The Power Rangers. I think even they showed it in episodes. Like the soldiers, like not the Power Rangers. Like the space whatever station group was up there. There were soldiers up there, and they were all dressed up like the Starship Troopers. And I was like, oh my god, is that gonna happen? Like the Power Rangers gonna have to fight, on Clandathu and fight some
You
bug
know what?
aliens.
You lost me on that one.
You know what? You guys keep talking. I'm gonna Google this.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
know.
lost me on that one.
I
Uh,
have-
Yeah, I even have a photo over here on the wall of the whole crew. I actually had a chance to take a picture with.
That's cool, man.
So
awesome.
talking
Yeah, I
about
know-
this make me feel extremely old, boy.
I mean,
It's right up there
Yeah.
with you.
like the first anime I ever watched, I lived in Hawaii, and my dad got me to watch Fist of the North Star, and this was in like in '98.
Dude, that's some
Yep.
brutal shit to start
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
with.
my dad. Well, I was watching like Spawn, but I'm trying to talk Japanese anime, not like American animation. So my dad
Mhm.
had me watching Spawn like before that, but then my dad got me into Fist of the North Star, and I was just like, this is awesome. I was like, holy crap! And then like the next week, he went and got this movie called Ninja Scroll. And I was like, oh my god, this one's even better. And then that one, like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, oh
Yeah.
man, blew my mind. And then Akira, and then after that, it was Ghost in the
Mr.
Shell.
Pseudonyms. Vampire Hunter D goes hard, man.
Oh,
was my shit too,
Bloodlust
bro.
is like one of the
Yeah.
best
Bloodlust is
movies
Hey,
probably
ever.
Mr.
one of the
Tsunominous,
best
how you doing?
features ever made, man.
Probably one of our
Yeah.
favorite Final Fantasy players besides Vanispheres is in the chat. So
Awesome.
Vanny.
yeah, hey, it's Vanny. There he is. Yep, Vanispheres. Welcome, guys. But yeah, those were the first ones I ever watched, and then I really got into when Toonami. When I used to get out of school, we moved to Kentucky from Hawaii, and I met someone at school that told me something about Dragon Ball. I've seen like the pictures, kids wearing shirts, never knew what it was. I was like, okay. To me, honestly, I thought it was annoying because so many kids were watching it. I was like, I don't want to be. I'm too cool for that. We go home, Toonami's on, and then Sailor Moon came on before Dragon Ball, and then Gundam came on afterwards. I watched all three in that order, and that was it. My life was changed. I was like, oh my god. every day I could not wait for that next episode of Dragon Ball. And my friend at school, I think his name was Chris McCoy, he was a huge Dragon Ball fan. He had all the manga, he had the VHSs. That's how old we are. And he would like almost spoil like the show for me. I'm like, don't tell me, don't worry, I'm so excited about today's episode after school. It's like what I'm looking forward to watching. Oh man, I used to get
Yeah.
hyped. And dude, I used to think Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon was like a badass because all like
Yeah.
I did, dude. I was
He
just
was
like
the pimp, bro.
he was.
the
That's what I
pimp.
thought. I was like, dude, this is a ladies' man, dude. I wanted to like
Oh, yeah.
have a rose with me, wear a little cool little mask. I was like, yeah, dude. Tuxedo Mask. That's my dude.
That was the show. That was
Yeah.
the show.
I just loved all three of those. So
Right.
I literally had an hour and a half to 2 hours of just good ass anime to start on.
Yeah.
And Toonami
Bro,
was awesome.
Ronin Warriors. Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that. Vanisphere. Ronin Warriors was one of my favorite fucking shows
Oh
on
yeah.
Fox Kids, man.
Oh yeah,
Not too many
wow.
people know about it though.
This
Okay, I'm
show
gonna have
don't.
to
Not a lot of people know.
check that one out real quick because the name sounds familiar, but I
Dude, it's
can't
Isn't it?
basically
It's on
Power
Netflix, right?
Rangers.
picture it.
It's on
It's
Netflix.
basically Power
If
Rangers,
you
but
probably
like
seen
Ronin.
Knights of the Zodiac, that's what they call with the Pegasus and all that. Then you
Yeah, I
have
think I
that kind of
Vaney's got
those
the
will be
box set.
Ronin Warriors differently.
Yeah, I remember Ronin Warriors.
Yeah, that's been a while though.
Yeah. And then I think after Toonami and after
Getting
watching all
old.
that, yeah, I remember Adult Swim used to come out with animes after like the funny comedy shows. Like
Yes.
it'd be like at
Yeah.
2 or 3 in the
remember
morning when
that.
they started, but you know, as a kid in school, you know, staying up late was the cool thing, and getting as minimal sleep as possible was a thing. And I would stay up. I would
Yeah.
stay up for Trigun because I remember when that was on there, and I really got into
At
that.
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Honestly, Outlaw Star blew my mind. I loved it. I loved
Outlaw Star
Outlaw
is
Star was
amazing.
so good. I was like, man. Plus, I loved the music to it.
There's a lot of people that don't even remember that one.
Oh, I love
That
Outlaw
one gets
Star.
overlooked by things like
Yeah,
Cowboy
they don't
Bebop.
remember Trigun.
Yeah,
Trigun,
Trigun. Yep. And then recently, right now, because I'm like trying to catch up like on all kinds of animes. Like my favorite one's Sword Art Online. That is like by far my favorite anime. But like right now, I'm watching Kuroko's Basketball, which I was talking to Darklight on a stream about it. I was like, dude, I play basketball. I played in school. I play in an intramural league right now. So I was just like, no way does my mind go through those thought process like, oh my god, is that a double dribble? Oh my god, is that a between the legs? Oh, what am I gonna do? No way. My goal is to dunk on the guy, in front of me. None of those thought processes. But I mean, the anime itself is really good though. So
Yeah.
and then I just started Demon Slayer, which I'm
Fun.
becoming a big fan of. I kind of dig it so far.
I've seen a lot of people talking about that one recently.
Same.
It's
Yeah.
good, man. It's good.
Especially the movie just came to the theater.
Mr. Tsunami
weekend?
is only good for season 1. I like the
Yeah.
rest of the seasons. I
It's
like
probably
all the
what's
seasons.
helping put it out there a little bit. That movie.
The movie
Yeah.
goes hard, man. It's real good.
I ain't even seen it yet, but I'm gonna try to get into it when I can.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, and another really good anime I'm really into now is Fairy Tail. Holy crap! I didn't think I didn't watch it at all. And then I started watching. I was like, this is awesome. And then I get why people always had that damn notification. Wow. And I'm like, oh, that's where that's from. And I was like, all right. Every time something crazy comes up.
I
Yeah.
started that one. Didn't get too far into it though.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Pseudo.
I kind of stopped, man. I wasn't liking it too much.
So Pseudo on her point on the SAO season 1 and it losing its impact.
I
at a
agree
point, I
completely
kind
with
of
that.
so I do agree on some of that too because I feel like SAO should just literally kept the anime in that game. And just
Yeah.
literally kept the anime with them in the game. We never know when they're going to get out. I honestly thought the cool way to end the whole series, if they ever ended it, was we don't know if they ever survived and got out of the game. Because there are times in season 1s where the time jumps are so crazy. Like the beginning, Kirito joining the group to go fight the first dungeon boss. And then bam, like the next episode's him, a higher level guy in a guild that's lower level and he's lying his level. I was like, man, there would have been great story between there. Like an arc right there or something.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Right.
I liked
I feel like
I
they
liked the
did
whole
that-
first game. Like the whole first game they played was really good, and then they did the fairy world shit. I didn't like
Yeah.
that at all.
Oh,
And then
Yeah,
like-
I was gonna say the same thing. Like the first season was honestly the best one in my
Yeah.
opinion.
was it
Yeah, I
haven't
Alpine,
rewatched it since, though.
Alpine Online or whatever they called it?
Alpine.
Yeah. I
And then
didn't.
GGO I thought was cool.
I didn't mind that story when he was going to save Asuna, but after when that was the game they just went to chill, I was like, I dig the Gun Gale stuff because it's what today's gaming is. It's competitive
Yeah, Gun
battle
Gale is
royale
cool.
stuff.
I like it. I like Kirito's character in Gun Gale too. He uses like fucking lightsabers basically. Everybody else has guns, and he's like, "Nah, I'm using fucking swords."
Yeah,
Star Wars in a video game in a battle royale.
yeah, and it's awesome. But I mean, a Gun Gale was cool. I'm not a fan of the spinoff though. The Gun Gale Online spinoff. I don't know why.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
Uh,
you know what? I haven't even
Honestly,
watched
it's it's not that it's not worth talking about, but if you're like a good SAO fan, d- don't I wouldn't recommend going over there. It's kind of something that you could just not know about and be okay. And I do play all the games. I own every SAO game as well. And some of those are like part of the story, and some of those are just like things that don't happen because in one of the games, Kirito and Aston have another kid, but right now in the anime they don't. Like it's just weird. So.
And so I'm a spider. So what? I've seen a lot about that. I've considered watching it definitely. It's unique looking at least. I'll give you that much.
Yeah.
Did that anime just come out?
Yeah, it's fairly new. It's
Okay.
I think they might be in the first season still, I think.
From what I understand, the novels are crazier.
They always are.
Yeah.
You can put so much into the novel, you can't get everything into an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the funny thing is because before Kiriko's basketball was a thing, when I watched it on Netflix, I actually read the manga for it in high school because it was there and I thought it was funny.
What's the other? There's another basketball anime that's more popular than that. What's that
don't
one
know.
called?
I think
Anybody
it was called Saren High School or something.
Yeah, but Kiriko's basketball is based off that. It's a side story of Siren's basketball team.
Oh.
There's a couple of them out there.
Yeah, because Siren's actually in Kiriko's basketball's anime. It's like the top school. Because what the anime you guys are talking about, or the manga you guys are talking about, is when the Miracle 6 were together. And what Kiriko's basketball is when they disband to different schools. Because I guess Japan had a Miracle 6. We call those here in America McDonald's All-Americans. I mean, I'm just saying. Was I one? Hell no.
Kiriko, no basketball movie.
Yeah,
The Last Game.
Haven't seen
They
that.
had to play against some American street ball players. Pretty much got tortured.
Dude, I mean,
That sounds accurate. I mean,
but then at the end, they came back and won the game because they were pretty much like degrading Japan basketball, the way they play and all that. And America versus Japan, basically.
yeah, that's how it always is, though.
yeah.
In most of them, but I mean,
In basketball though, man, it's so hard to beat the U.S. Like they have the best players in the world.
yeah, it's always been like that too. It's
always been like that.
It's like putting American football, like making an anime about that, and just like we got to compete with the Americans. It's like we're the only country that actually like die hard loves this sport, though.
Yeah,
and then the guys that
Kiriko's basketball, not a lot of their moves are from the actual players doing them in actual NBA games.
Right.
Oh man, there was an episode where they did an alley oop and it blew everybody's mind. I was like, looking around, I'm like, that's like, okay, yeah.
What do you guys think about haiku?
Well, I was hoping to mention
the
that.
volleyball one. Is that the volleyball one?
Yeah.
I see.
that
I
was,
like
it.
I'm like 2
Good.
episodes in, so I literally just started watching that last week. So do not
If
spoil
you
the
like
damn
the
thing for me.
basketball one, you'll like it.
Okay,
Yeah, you'll
cool.
like this one.
I don't know a
It
lot
ain't
about volleyball,
too-
but
It's not too flashy like Kiriko's basketball with all the split second of thinking and all that, but it's a real life volleyball game.
I think
And
that
Yeah,
not
it's
only
cool.
that, it's just a really solid anime. Like they don't like over explain things like some animes tend to do, and like they might explain something once, but you won't really see it explained again. Like we're kind of
for
like a
sports,
stupid
my
audience
favorite one
watching, you
is
know.
1 Ounce. Is 1 Ounce an anime? Pseudo?
I think it's a baseball anime.
Is
from
it?
What it sounds like. I've never heard of that.
I need to write these down because I need a lot of anime to watch. So
There's
You gotta
another one
catch up.
called
Baseball,
Oh.
yes, I figured.
there was another baseball anime they got out there.
what is
called,
it? Never. I
All
don't care.
Out
I don't mind
or
if it's not.
Is it like
English.
I think there was one called like Diamond Ace or something maybe?
Yeah, Diamond
Yeah,
Lake.
yeah.
1 Ounce?
Yeah.
Now that
There's
does a lot.
All right, I'll
with
watch it
that
on
anime,
YouTube.
It does a lot of character development, showing growth of every character. So how they become the best baseball team, baseball players, coaches change.
There's a
Yep.
soccer one too. I think it's Captain Shibuya or
It's a psychological
Subasa, I
anime
think.
about
something to that
baseball.
effect.
The
Subasa.
main character is
Yeah.
awesome. I'm definitely gonna check that out
one's not
too.
too bad.
Yeah, some of the sports ones are overlooked, and I
Tsubasa.
think Haikyuu's really pushed some of these back because like some of the sports stuff is actually really really good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It's more interesting than what we have now.
Especially across the anime community. Don't nobody watch too much of sports anime, and I think it's because most of they fell out with Kiriko's No Basketball
Mhm.
Yeah,
because of their outrageous styles of you got 10 seconds on the clock, and then within that 10 seconds, you done had one whole episode, two whole
Yeah,
episodes.
right.
And,
So,
somehow
so
someone
they're
scored 40 points in 10 seconds.
It's like
yeah,
doing this
so
for 5 episodes.
or somebody going into a mental stage, they're going through what's the technique they be doing? They're all out rage where they glowing when you got the glow kind of style, Bruce Lee style on the basketball court. Yeah, that anime kind of threw it off for a lot of people.
Dude, I
Yeah.
saw one that was like it was like a bike racing anime that looked pretty fucking crazy too. I have no idea what it's called though, but it looked.
Descenders. I'm just kidding.
No, you wish.
That game's
I
awesome.
think that
Then
was
you'd be
called.
freaking in.
Nah, I thought it was supposed to be called Spirit Ace. If I'm not
I don't know.
mistaken.
I've seen clips from it, man, and it's really weird. It looks interesting, but
Yeah, I'm
it's
definitely gonna give
different.
it a watch, Pseudo, for sure. I already wrote it down. It's wrote down. Like, you guys can't
Yeah.
see it, but I wrote it down. One out. Watch on YouTube. So I'm definitely writing these down. But real
I
quick.
know what we're gonna be doing the next few weeks.
Yeah, right. We gotta do reactions. What we need to do is reaction to the
Yeah, we do.
some of this anime. But before we go back, I guess back to the sports subject. But and you guys watch Dot Hack?
a little bit, not
Yeah,
So-
much.
I used to watch that.
So that I used to see. I think that's why I like Sword Art Online so much, because of the Dot Hack anime. Because I started
Because it's the exact same thing.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much, except for like people like can get out of game, and they can actually get out and log out. But because I started with The Legend of the Twilight, I watched those on YouTube, and then then Netflix had one of the like a movie, and it was kind of based off the GU stuff. But I didn't like know anything about Dot Hack until I worked at GameStop, and I was one day bored, and I was like, I really want to take a game home, and I think I just finished Final Fantasy X, and I was just like, I want another RPG to play. So I was looking on the shelves, and I saw Dot Hack, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and then I got hooked and found out it was an anime and got lost. But it's one of my favorite animes too, right behind Sword Art, but they're pretty much almost the same thing.
Yeah, I think Die Hack though is a little bit older. Because I think
That's
they
You're
definitely
missing
older.
Quarantine. Yeah,
They
Quarantine's
based
the hardest one to
Sword
get, I
Art.
believe. I think Quarantine's the most expensive one. I actually do have my copy of Quarantine. It's actually right behind me, right by this printer, believe it or not. I have all of the Dot Hack games except for Infection, which thank God is the cheapest one to get. So I need to. I did have Infection, I just can't find it. So
Better get it before those prices start to go up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Some video games are starting
Oh,
to get
you
a
can
lot
give me
harder to
yours.
find.
There we go. Problem solved. I ain't spending a dime. So
Actually do have a pretty minty copy, I think.
do you?
I do.
Yeah.
So I bought all those cheap PlayStation 2 games when GameStop was putting them all on clearance in the little soft sleeves,
Mhm.
and they were selling them for like just a couple bucks. I bought
yeah, I
like,
remember that.
30, 40 games.
Yeah. All my Dot Hack games are in great condition. Like I said, I just can't find Infection. I want to say it's in my PlayStation 2, which is currently not hooked up. It's sitting up in a closet. So I will check that. But
That poor thing.
I mean, I
Show some
I have
love.
I have the PlayStation 3, which is backwards compatible with PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. So I just was like, I'm gonna put it away. So.
Is it? I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
the
remember
60
it.
gig one. The 60 gig one can
Oh,
play both
yeah, yeah,
PlayStation
yeah.
1s and PlayStation 2 games, and I have that
Okay.
one.
That was
you're right.
literally the only version of it was the 60
Yeah.
gig one that could do it.
Yep, I had to pay my friend. I bought that from him.
hmm
What's
There you
what's
go.
everybody's current favorite anime?
That's
Tsunamis has one. The third girl with the blue eye and Shadow Skill. Has anybody heard of those?
No,
No,
that's like
No, I ain't heard of those.
I have to check it out.
Or Serial
Yeah.
No Moribito? Man, I'm probably butchering the shit out
Moribito.
of
Oh,
that.
more
Moribito.
yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen that one.
See, I haven't seen
that
those
one's
either.
pretty good.
Writing them down.
That one's
Devilman
actually
Crybaby,
really,
we
really
all
solid.
have seen, right? Devilman Crybaby, we have
Yeah.
seen. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one too. I'm writing these down, pseudo.
So I'll give you my personal favorite.
Oh no, that was Vanospheres. Devilman. Yeah, Crybaby. Sorry, Vanny. You guys are both in red.
Yeah.
So my personal favorite is actually one that kind of got me into some like real anime. It was actually one that was back on the Fox Kids or whatever back in the day, and I think it got canceled halfway through the show maybe, or I just somehow missed out on seeing the rest of the show. The Vision of Escaflowne
okay.
is
Oh,
my
yeah.
all-time favorite.
Bro, the noses in that show fucked me up so bad for me watching it. I just couldn't, bro.
They
Their
were long and
noses.
pointy, yes.
They were
But
all fucking weird looking.
that has one of my favorite characters of all time was Vaughn's the main character's Vaughn's brother, who was like a failed and what's the word? Like he wasn't like discarded or excommunicated. He kind of like it was kind of like an Itachi thing, like where he kind of left and nobody knew what happened to him or they thought he died or something.
Yeah.
But Falcon is like one of my all-time favorite anime characters of all, and I use him as like a game handle on multiple platforms.
It's cool.
Yeah, honestly, I've never seen them, but I've heard of it.
Did you guys ever watch?
I
Oh,
think-
highly recommend it.
Did you guys ever
I
watch the
think
Fate?
I ended up getting a
ones?
chance to see Escaflowne the movie.
Yeah, I saw
So it's-
Synonymous mention that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it.
It's a little bit different because it's
It is the art style, everything's a little different.
Different. Yeah.
well the story. I mean, so like it's like a condensed version, but it's also like an alternate version of like the whole thing, like the whole show. It doesn't like really add or take anything to it. It's just a little bit different, is all.
Oh, okay.
But it's pretty good.
I'ma have to-
It's good in its
I'm
own
sure I
right.
have to check it out. I love a lot of mech kind of animes anyway, so I would definitely.
It's not
have to
like
see that.
super mecha either. Like that's just a small part of it. It's honestly more of like a medieval fantasy type thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right,
okay.
well, I'm
It's just
writing
got
that one
it's got a
down
really
because
good
Suda
solid
says it's
story of
good.
like a girl that traveled
Chat, I
through
want you
time,
guys to put down a
kinda got
bunch of
stuck.
animes down so I can write them down.
So
Well,
I
I
also
mean,
just
yeah.
shared in our Discord chat for this call with you guys. I just shared a short list of my must see animes.
Oh, okay.
I haven't updated in about 10 years.
Movie plus
'cause
show.
like there was a time when I was watching a lot of anime, and around 2009, after Brotherhood finished, I kind of quit watching a lot of things.
Sorry to pause you, Jeff. Yes, Vanospheres. The Devil is a Part Timer is fucking awesome. And are they coming out with
Yeah.
a season 2? Are they coming out with a season 2? Anybody know? Any of you guys? Anybody in chat?
I don't know.
know.
I know
I
the
still haven't
manga's
finished
still
the
going
first
on.
one.
I believe the manga's still going on, but I don't know if they ever got a company to take over season 2. But man, I loved The Devil's a Part Timer. It was fucking good.
Actually, I think I did hear somebody talk about that
It's on
recently, where
Netflix
they're
still, I believe.
trying to get a second season. It might be in production or something.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I got a quick question, just randomly.
Hunter x Hunter. That's a good
What
one.
what do you guys prefer, dubbed or?
I'd both. I could do either or. If I watch either
Subtitle.
or. Some are better with Japanese with English subtitles, in my opinion. Some are not. I could literally do Dragon Ball with both, even though I prefer English just because it was what I'm used to as a kid. But I could do both. And then Sword Art Online, I've kind of had to watch like the most recent stuff. Watch it in Japanese with English subtitles.
Okay.
But I like both. It doesn't matter. I'm watching something. I don't mind
Jeff,
reading.
I know we had this conversation already.
Well, in my case, probably back then I was more into the dub
Right.
because it was hard for me to just want to sit back and read, and especially if I decide to do something else or have it just playing in the background.
Right.
But now,
Thank you for letting me
I
know,
would have to
Vanospheres.
say- I would have to probably say 100% it's going to be sub now.
Right.
Now, if
I
end up
agree for the most
seeing-
part.
if I end up seeing it in dub, I want to continue watching it in dub. If I want to see
Okay,
it in
that's
sub,
how
I'm
I am.
continue
Yeah.
continue seeing it in sub because the voices for different characters and all that changes.
Hmm.
That's just like hearing the English dub of Goku and then you hearing it in sub. That throws you all the way off
Oh,
sometimes.
the Japanese one sounds like a child.
So
Yeah.
I rather just it's gonna depend at time, but most likely if it's just coming out or it's been out, most likely I'm gonna go straight to sub regardless.
Yeah.
Stick
I
to the
also think there's
originality.
another layer to it as well with the Japanese side, because they just tend to do a better job as culturally when it comes to voice acting. They nail it a lot of the times, and
I agree.
Mm.
A lot of the
there's just certain
emotion is
things that don't
not.
convey or like
Yeah,
carry over.
exactly.
Yeah,
Is that
it's-
baby up again?
Did you guys
I
ever
think
watch Fate, like Unlimited Blade Works or anything like that?
No, I
You
wasn't
know
into
what?
it. I
Those were
tried.
good, man. I actually thoroughly liked them, man. I liked the concept. So I started with Unlimited Blade Works first, and I liked the concept of like chosen and you're given a champion, and pretty much you better hope you and your champion win, and you get the Holy Grail. Which it seems to me no one really gets the Holy Grail in the. So it's just, yeah. But I thoroughly like them. I got a friend I used to work with back when I worked at the old BBY. Um, they a friend recommended it to me, and I was like, he told me the order to watch them. I didn't follow that order. I just did what Netflix told me. But I thought the Fate series was great.
Well,
Start with
I,
Unlimited Blade
I
Works, Alex.
I've watched a couple of those series. Then somebody randomly a long time ago just say the whole series pretty much all out of whack. It's not in a particular order.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
So
got from it. Like
America
it's
to
hard to
West
follow
Africa,
it. Like there's so many different ones, and it's like, where the fuck do you even begin? It's not like it tells you. It's just a whole
no,
bunch
it
of
does.
shit.
So I got to the point I kind of strayed away from it.
Pseudo makes a good point on the voice acting thing that we were talking about. So what sometimes when you watch the Japanese, you feel more into the character because of the way they portray it. Pseudo made a good point that they actually have to go to school for voice acting in Japan, where here in America
Wow.
you could grab someone off the street and be like, "Oh, you have a voice we want."
Yeah.
So that's probably that's probably a really good reason right there too.
Yeah.
It's also a lot to do with like they
Hellsing
animate this
Unlimited.
with their voices in mind. You know what I mean? The mouth movements are all done
Yeah.
with
They're
Oh,
the
okay.
original material.
yeah. So they're trying to adapt it to English, you know what I mean? So it doesn't always like sometimes they say really stupid shit or shit that doesn't like make sense or line up with what they originally said just to try to make it match.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's better nowadays, I would say. Like they do a lot better job dubbing, but like if you watch anime, it's all the same voice actors on every anime. It's always the same voice actors. There's like a group of like maybe 20 or 30 of them and they do everything it seems like.
Yeah. And that's probably a good fun thing because you already know that one character gonna do this one person's voice, or you know who they're gonna be. So yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying the Goku voice actor Sean Schemmel? Synonymous?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, I don't remember who he does, but you're right, he is in there, I think.
Mm.
He and OG Berserk.
So I was checking out some of your YouTube content a little bit earlier, and noticed you were doing some reaction videos to Shaman King.
Shaman
So
King. Oh,
are you
boy.
going back and like watching this like brand new, or did you watch it like when it first came out?
Well, I watched it when it originally showed up on Fox Kids because we had the like an English intro, and all of a sudden it just disappeared from Fox Kids. They used to come on every Saturday morning, so it disappeared. I never really got back into it because I wasn't fully into the internet. Now they've pretty much rebooting this whole series because I guess the original creator didn't like how it ended or something went on, so they redoing this whole series again.
So like completely brand new?
I guess it's gonna probably be brand new, or they're going back into the store. I don't know,
Just
but
like a
most
reboot.
likely it's
So is this so this one's a new one you're watching?
yeah. This is the 2021. It just started,
Oh, wow, cool. Okay. So
so
not the original one.
I'm probably gonna. I'm trying my best to, by me working so much and taking care of my son and all of that, is kind of hard for me to go back into the old original version because I want to see how much they're gonna keep it as close. See how much the animation to change, how bright colors they're gonna use, and all of that. But so far, from what I can tell, it's pretty different. So I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
And you don't have much time in the day.
There's never
Nope.
enough time.
Nah.
Keep making those videos, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my
Yeah.
best to.
I know it's hard being a parent and doing everything else, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to kick off our little YouTube page too, and
I
it's
think
like
all
we
of us
can't
have
find the
kids except
time.
for I think all of us have kids except for Jeff right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
It's
the
like
shame.
he's like a child himself.
Well,
I have to take care of him at
you,
Pokemon
you're not
tournaments. I'm
missing
just
nothing
kidding.
right now. Take your time, buddy.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, as you see,
uh,
I'm back and forth. That's what I'm dealing with right now. One of our twins is not staying in bed. He keeps
Give him
keeps
the old
coming out.
elbow
Man,
drop. I'll stay
y'all probably
asleep.
heard mine early. He's probably running around through the house. He's probably with his with my sister, his TT, and his grandparents. They all in another room, probably watching something, or he's probably
Right.
on the phone watching Roni Kitchen. He just started that series.
Jeff,
Oh yeah.
Pseudo put herself up for adoption. If you want to take her,
Okay.
she said she'd be a token child.
'Cause my son, he watches a lot of anime as well. If it's English, he can't keep up with a lot of subtitles. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
It's a
son's just
learning
watching like
process.
Pokemon, Sonic, and like the Mario Brothers because it's pretty much all he's watching right now.
Oh man. What is it about Sonic? Like I love Sonic, and Sonic was like I love the original Sonic. I grew up with it myself, but like
Yeah, me too.
every little kid I know freaking loves Sonic like nobody's
Yeah.
business. Like it's
I don't know.
their
He's just
favorite
cool,
show.
man. He's just cool. He's got an
Yeah.
attitude. He's
I
fast
don't
as
know if I want
hell.
to put my son through that horror movie that was the fucking Mario Brothers movie.
That's the worst
hey,
thing.
That
he
was-
can start him
Ever,
off
dude.
young, start him off fresh.
It's a cult
My-
classic
My
though.
son, it actually, believe it or not, is now considered a cult classic. But my son's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
it
"This ain't no damn Goomba that I recognize. What is this?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What do you mean Yoshi's a
shit is-
raptor?"
Yeah,
Hey, we all
got our
we
kids
all
stuck
have
on it.
started from that stage. So go ahead, start him off.
I mean, I
Yeah.
watched it when I was young too. I mean, he's got to know the history. Am I right? He's a huge Mario fan. My son, everything Mario, just Bowser. He thinks Bowser, like I think we explained in the last podcast because we were talking about Mario RPG. Like Bowser to him is like the most powerful being in all of the Mario universe, and it blows his mind when Bowser loses somehow. Like he's like, how? I mean, this
He loses every single time.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
just
every
wait till
time.
all the other Mario RPG games. Like he's a secondary bad guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because
Trampled over.
he joins your team in Mario RPG. So and that
Yeah.
blew his mind too. He's like, "Oh, there's no way the Smithy gang's gonna win now. We got Bowser." And I'm like,
To be
it's not
fair,
as
that
easy.
blew my mind when it first happened too. Bowser joins you, you're like, "Oh shit, really? Oh."
And he
Might
hit
wanna-
hard. So
Might want to get
Oh,
him
yeah,
ready.
he did.
Let him go and see the movie. So, but probably in the next couple of years, there should be a Super Mario Brother anime coming out on Netflix.
yeah, I think they
Oh,
did announce
yeah.
that. I know I know he watches the old Mario TV show that they had it on Netflix when Super
Yeah.
Mario Brothers had the TV show, and that wasn't bad. I liked it. So I mean, he likes
Well,
that.
get ready.
That-
Universal down here is in the making of getting ready to put in a huge Mario World down here in Orlando.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, it looked
they have
cool
one in
too.
Japan, and it's absolutely amazing. I seen it, and it was just I could not believe it. It's just really cool. You really absolutely walk into the world of Mario. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you
I've-
can
I've
check it
seen-
out, yeah, it's
I've
awesome, and
seen
they're
so
bringing
many.
one down here in Orlando, so that's something to look forward to.
Oh, that would be fun. especially when if we do our Florida trip.
Yeah, 'cause
That'll
I've
blow
seen
his
so
mind.
many. I've seen so many videos on it, and I want to go so badly. Go ahead, get into the world of Mario.
Yeah, well, we're all
I
there.
laugh.
Yeah, like I said, my son like plays all the games too. My son's like at first I thought he was gonna be a huge Legend of Zelda fan because the first game he ever like played was Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and he has beaten it. And you know he's only 6 years old. He beat it when he was 5, and then now he's just Mario. Everything he plays Mario 64. He plays Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine, all of it. We have all the games on the Switch, and he just rocks it out.
Nice.
To be fair, I always liked Zelda, but I always liked the Mario games better than Zelda.
I like the Zelda games more than Mario. Maybe because there's more adventure to me.
I get it. No, I get it.
I'm a huge
Well,
Legend of Zelda fan.
I like Zelda a lot too, but like Ocarina of Time was when it peaked for me. You know what I mean? Like that was peak Zelda, and then everything after that was good, but like.
Well, it could be also the possibility of when I guess during times of video games, which one were you more into? Super Mario 64 or Super Nintendo Mario game?
Yeah. No, that makes that's a good point because a lot of people that played probably around the Super Nintendo time, Mario was way bigger than Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
But then when 64 came out, Ocarina of Time was able to compete with the game like Mario 64. And then, honestly, wow, I got blurry. Honestly, Majora's Mask wasn't a bad follow-up either.
No, it was one of the most advertised games of all time.
Yeah, and I loved it. And then
I hate games where
you're
timed like that, man. I don't like being timed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Majora's Mask did that. Yeah, that was a little weird. I thought it was gonna be difficult. It actually wasn't too bad in the beginning of the game. I was like, oh okay.
It's what kept me from playing it for like 15, 20 years. Like I've only played it like in the last 5, 6 years or so. But like once you figure it out, once you get it playing a little bit into it after the first like dungeon or two, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I've never played it to completion because of that. I always kind of, I mean, I've never played it as like an adult, so it's probably different now. But like back when it came out, it was
remember the creepypasta about it, the Ben drowned creepypasta story. It was about a guy, a kid that I'll explain more about it on Nova Circuit's end of it, but so there's a creepypasta story about a kid named Ben who owned Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is his favorite game, and he ended up dying. Well, his I can't remember. I want to say his grandpa had the game, and he was selling it at a yard sale, and someone saw it there. Was like, oh, I'm gonna buy that, and it had his name on it, Ben. And he's like, oh, who is Ben? And he's like, our grandson or whatever. He died. Blah blah blah. And then the guy's like, oh, cool, I'll take it. Well, the guy went home, saw Ben's old saved profile on there. And the guy's like, oh, well, he's like, well, I want to start it fresh. So he removed the name, started his own name. Well, when he turned off the console, the next day started playing again, the profile was back, the Ben profile. Oh, no. So he was just like, oh, okay, that's weird. Maybe just I didn't erase it properly. So he goes back and re-erases it. And then he goes in and plays his game that he was on, his own save game, and random glitches were happening in the game where like random like characters would, like a random little Link would show up and just like say like weird stuff like Ben and all that stuff, and then the profile would always reappear on there. It was a weird creepypasta, but funny thing about that is because Nova Circuit's eventually going to start doing shorts and like web series and all that stuff in the making, I thought about doing like a cool little documentary type thing, like making it seem like it was real and do a documentary about the cartridge. So I have 2 copies of Majora's Mask. One of them is beautiful, great condition. The other one has the sticker ripped off of it. So I'm actually gonna take the one with the sticker ripped off of it and put Ben on it. And I'm gonna make I'm thinking about making like a documentary type series to make it like seem like it was a real story. That's kind of in the works. But no, that was a creepypasta, and I thought it was creepy. I was like, holy crap. And there's like videos of people on YouTube that like saying, oh, it's real, I'm telling you, look at this, and the supposed Ben drown glitches.
Yeah,
So
it's at this point I'd say it's probably too good to be true. Probably never happened.
yeah, see, I like the creepypastas too. I used to spend a lot of time on that website, Pseudo, and just read all the stupid
Yeah.
stuff.
Creepypasta always coming up with some type of story.
Yeah,
about something.
and some of them are good though, man. I mean,
some of
yeah.
them are good.
they're
but
like that's like the Stephen King of our generation right now. So, because I mean, he comes out with a story every week, so it's kind of like that website. You like House of Leaves? It's a book. The audio book. Your boy doesn't read anymore. If I'm reading, I'm just like I sleep, so I have to listen to it. So I think what killed me in reading was when I read the Silmarillion, and I was just like, why am I reading this? But I got so into it because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings buff that I read it. And now if I ever go back and try to reread the Silmarillion, if I have to look anything up, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna audiobook that shit. I am not reading the Bible of Middle Earth. Not me. Not today. Not today.
That's just one of the books, though. The Silmarillion, there's like a whole like history of Middle Earth
Part of the
that's
enjoyment
in
is
like
reading, since it
volumes.
makes you turn the booze sideways and stuff. Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
the movie wise, have you watched like Spirited Away or
Yep.
Like all the Ghibli films.
My Neighbor Totoro?
yeah,
like
all Ghibli films. Yeah, I've seen every last one of those.
Yep, I've seen all of them.
Mhm.
They're, I mean, honestly, I like them. For some reason, when I watch them, though, I don't feel like I'm watching like true, like, I don't know
Like
what it
3 of
is.
my favorite. I had this shirt made.
It's like, it's anime, I understand, but when I watch them, I just feel like it's commercialized. And I was like, I don't like this. It doesn't feel like, I don't know. I liked them. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird feeling when I watch those. And it's not that they're bad. It's just, I just don't, a part of me just doesn't feel right.
Yay! you
They're
got
they're
Totoro
mega
slippers
level
on.
production.
Oh, nice,
They're-
Pseudo, nice.
I mean,
I
they're-
think you
they're
might
like
kind of
Disney
feel
level
that
big,
way. Yeah, because Disney picked it up. Like
Yeah.
Disney picked it up and distributed it, so that's kind of probably why you feel that way. a
Oh, the
little
mouse
bit,
is
but-
about to own all the anime now.
He's gonna own everything.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Honestly, though, man, the way like some of those Ghibli movies are fucking masterpieces, man. Like they're
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I felt weird when I watched them.
Majority of them are all on HBO Max. If y'all don't know that, but
Oh, really? No, I
yeah,
didn't
they
know
got
that.
a bunch of them on HBO Max. Spirited Away. My
That's
name
one of my favorites.
Totoro.
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 Princess Mononoke.
Yes, that's another one. That's a
They
good one.
got. I think it's Kiki's Flying
Livery Stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Spirited Away
So
was
they
in
got
theaters,
they got
so.
a lot of them on HBO Max right now.
That's cool. I'll have to watch some of them.
So what? A general question: what do you guys thought on the live action anime makes? Like, not really remakes, just the makes. Like, what? Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He said no remakes.
You're
but
not
he
telling
All
me.
of them
You're not telling
are
me. You're
pretty
not telling me
terrible.
Dragon Ball Evolution wasn't the greatest movie ever.
No.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on.
They
hold on,
didn't
hold on.
make a live action Dragon Ball movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Doesn't exist.
one live action movie anime that I watched that I liked. It was actually a series, but I've never seen the anime. I've never read the manga, but it's called Alice in Borderland.
Never.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't.
the series was really fucking cool, man. It was live action, but
Oh yeah, Speed Racer was good. I'm
It
not
was
gonna lie, I
good.
like that movie. I
Oh,
went
I
and saw it
did
when
I
we were
don't-
in
Speed
Tyrone.
Racer.
Speed Racer movie.
Yeah, I actually liked that. I went that with Tyrone to see that in theaters. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
I actually liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very flashy, a lot of colors, and they literally just kept to what it was. It's Speed
Who was
Racer
in it?
racing.
Yeah.
Good question. Let me do that while y'all.
Didn't I hear where they're also doing a live action Akira?
Oh no! Please
Yeah.
don't tell me that.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
um,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
Dude, that's gonna
They're
be
actually
fucking
doing
terrible.
a live action One Piece.
Really?
How?
Yes.
How?
I do not know.
How do you take like literally a
Yeah,
1,000 episodes and make a movie?
I do not know. They they also setting up to do a live action Naruto series.
Oh, dude,
Mm.
stop it! Don't. no.
Don't ruin it.
Oh no.
Did it
All
come
the
out?
people I
Running out
watch,
of ideas.
the only people that I watch for is live action anime, even though they do like 5-10 minute skits, would be some YouTubers called Reanimate. Now they can really take a whole series and chop it up and still do it just like the movie. They have done not Death Note. They have done Hunter x Hunter, Naruto. They took the scene where what's his name? What's his name? Shoot, I forget all these doggone characters' name.
There's too many of them.
Dude, I believe me and my friend Tyrone saw it at midnight too. The Speed Racer movie. Because I remember after the movie, Tyrone drove and we wanted to go crazy on the streets because that movie just made you want to drive illegally. Sorry, I was just answering the
you
chat
reminded me
question.
of a whole nother series. Initial D.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, man, that was
Initial
good.
D is very good, and actually,
Initial D
there's
is really
a
good.
movie I think that was actually pretty good too, if I remember.
The movie wasn't bad, man. I watched it. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't terrible like all these other
It was
ones.
like the first half of the original show, I think.
Yeah.
Initial D
Essentially.
typing
What
game.
Also, there's another live action I'm trying to get a chance to see. The Rurouni Kenshin. They did a live action of that one as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I think I
I
kept
haven't seen
got
that
a
one
chance to
yet.
see it yet.
Hmm.
I know they did Bleach, Black
Yeah,
Butler.
Bleach
Bleach one was pretty bad.
See, I haven't seen the
don't
Bleach one, but I wasn't
remember.
that big of a fan of
watched it.
Bleach.
Bleach is one of my favorites, at
I
least
just
on
I don't know.
the manga. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the show was definitely good, but man, like I think that was one of the best hand drawn like mangas I've ever read, personally.
Yeah.
What's our favorite? Alex wants to know what's our favorite mangas.
I mean,
Uh,
like the
Well,
top
to be
ones
honest
were
with-
really solid, like Death Note, Full Metal, Bleach. Like those are all really really good.
I'm not
Well,
gonna. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dark.
You know, oh, nah, I really haven't read a manga since my days in high school. So it would be hard for me to even talk about it now. There's because with stuff like Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen and all these nice animes coming out, they have so much story and pretty much they're doing exactly what you've seen in the manga now. So
Hmm.
I don't know how much they're taking out, how much they're adding in. So I've stayed away from it. Probably the last manga I have read, and I'm still not finished with it, will be D Gray Man.
Oh, yeah.
I've never read that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
This our son, by the way, that's talking.
Yeah,
Down there.
Dragon.
That's our
Yeah.
13-year-old. Yeah.
But
What do
Yeah,
you
they're
mean?
big
What do you mean by
anime freaks.
spring anime? Like the
right
current
now, the season.
seasons of stuff,
Yeah,
or
that's what he's talking about. This current season of what's going on.
All I know is my favorite manga that I'm reading right now is Fist of the Blue Sky, and it's like a prequel to the North Star. It's before post-apocalyptic stuff. It's when the master of the Hokuto Shinken dojo, it's basically him before shit goes crazy and the nuke war happens and the world's all post-apocalyptic, and it's pretty good so far.
Hmm.
Fist of the Blue Sky.
Yeah, he's talking about the new animes this year.
What are some new animes out? Like,
Well, I don't know, Jeff. You're the one that's up to date with them.
I
so-
mean, I'm not watching anything really. The only thing I stay current on is My Hero and Boruto. My Hero's kind of let me down right now. It's not great. Boruto is like they're at the point where shit's about to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So
Look
it's
at my
kind
Yeah, I
anime
stopped
list.
at episode 190. I'm gonna let the episodes build back up,
So-
but honestly, that show I think is just a rip off of the original.
Till death do us part.
Which
Yeah,
one?
sure.
Boruto?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's absolutely a ripoff. There's some really there's a few really well done and choreographed fights. Like the Momoshiki fight is fucking amazing, and the other fight I can't say the dude's name, but that fight's pretty good too. But other than that, yeah, you're exactly right. It's a straight ripoff.
yeah, and I would even go as far to say that like the animation for the fights is like a lot better because you're talking about like the same studio has been doing it for so many years now. But I think the fights are not as good as like Shippuden was.
Mm, not from my case, from what I've seen. No.
No, they're not.
I would have to disagree there. I think Shippuden was like so much better.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shippuden is much better to me than Boruto, but I haven't watched all of Boruto anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, Shippuden is definitely like vastly superior to Boruto. Like I said, there's like one or two cool fights in Boruto that like kind of
Yeah,
make it worth it, but other than that, it's a straight like carbon copy of Naruto.
Yeah, and that's just where
And
I'm incredibly bored with it.
I'm just too invested into it to stop watching it. And I
Then the
know what's
creator
coming.
was gonna kill off Naruto in this series as well before they changed it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to,
Oh, child.
spoilers and everything.
Oh, don't tell me they actually went all the way with this.
Yeah.
No, I think I've looked ahead at some spoilers. I'm pretty sure he's still alive. They
He's
did
still
kill off
alive.
the main.
He's still alive.
They did kill off like a legit main character though.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
I like
Yeah, that
Boruto
definitely get me into
because
considering that.
all characters except for Boruto. I don't like My Hero, so sorry, Alex. I'm just not a fan of it. I think the character's too whiny for my taste.
Alex hates My Hero. He don't
yeah,
like it at all.
I'm not a
the
fan
one that
of it.
likes it.
I'm not a fan of it, dude. I'm sorry. Just go cry somewhere else.
I mean,
Jujutsu.
Jujutsu
Well, I mean,
Kaisen
well,
goes hard, bro. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. But the only thing, like My Hero, like it's like it's not bad. I see why people like it, but man, and I guess there's people into that whiny ass BS. I think I guess people are into it. I'm
My
sorry,
only
but
take on MHA is that it tries so hard to be like all the other big animes, like the original big three,
mm-hmm.
and that's just where I'm like, it's following like the same type,
Yes.
like archetypes of story arcs,
Yes, pseudo.
and the same like character build-ups.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I already saw this with Dragon Ball and like
But see,
One Piece
that's
and
kind
whatnot.
of
I'm just
the
like,
problem with every single shonen anime ever. They
Yeah,
all do
they
the
do
Yeah.
same
the
thing. It's all the
same
same
thing over and
formula.
over.
It's always the same. But that's why you
Yeah.
like it, right?
well, yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh
definitely
wasn't like
maintains
that.
a popularity.
Jason,
with,
shut the fuck
like,
up. Nobody's talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, it's
young
shonen.
kids.
I mean, it's shonen, man. I'm telling you.
I
Not
think right now
really.
the company
It is.
that's probably doing the best with their anime would be Mappa, because they took over for Attack on Titan. They did Jujutsu Kaisen, so I guess now there's probably the big studio besides Shonen now.
They're the biggest
That's
studio doing the best work.
Who?
Yeah,
Best
so-
animation by far.
Who is?
And they're keeping things different.
Who is?
Mappa and
Okay.
Shonen Studios.
Yeah. I
Well,
thought,
Bones
I thought
and,
Funimation was the thing, man.
Who?
Wait,
That's
hold
just
on.
like a
Funimation. That's a
production
production
company.
company. Yeah, that's that. They
Yeah,
don't. like,
Funimation
own
just distributes it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they do. I think they do have some original content, but like they're mostly just a distributor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Crunchyroll in a way.
Yeah.
If we're talking studios though, like Bones
Yeah.
and
No.
oh gosh, now you're gonna make me
Madhouse?
forget it. It's Madhouse is a good one. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
It's Sunrise Studios.
All right.
Because they've done a lot of the classic ones that we grew up with, like they did Gundam, they did they
Oh,
did like
yes.
Cowboy Bebop and like Samurai Champloo and some of those.
The fact that we haven't talked a lot about Gundam kind of disappoints me because that shit was what hooked me full on the anime.
Oh, no doubt. I liked
That
Gundam
would
Wing
get
a
me.
lot, man.
Yeah,
but
Gundam
other
Wing was
than,
so
Other
fucking
than
good.
Gundam Wing, it's way too political for me. Like most of it's like a lot of political shit, and I'm just not into it.
I mean, that's pretty much all the Gundam movies. There's
Yeah,
all about
try
political.
and go
is.
watch some of the other ones though, because like Gundam Wing is actually one of the worst ones, there's a lot better Gundam shows out there. But for sure, like when
Well, see, I just like the Gundams in Gundam Wing the best. Like all the other Gundams I've seen are mostly like they all have like generic Gundams.
yeah, a lot of them are a lot older too. Like Gundam Wing came out a lot later.
Yeah, Gundam is political.
Now the Gundam series that I just got done watching and probably have the next best Gundams will probably be the Iron Blood Orphans.
Yeah, I started watching that a little bit.
So that might catch you, but it's still a little on the political side.
I heard Unicorn was pretty decent
Yeah.
too.
Yes,
Oh,
Pseudo. We're gonna
yeah.
talk about that after they're done. What about Zoids?
Zoids.
Zoids was awesome. Zoids Century Zero, all that stuff.
Liger
All the Zoids were
Zero.
good. Liger
Upstairs
Zero.
Slash.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. I loved Zoids when it was on TV, man. I got, and I think we talked about this possibly on a podcast before, but how no, actually no, we talked about it at work. Bit Cloud, the main character in Century
Right,
Zero, looked dead up like Cloud almost from Cloud
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. And I was like, oh, ironically, his name is Cloud also, Bit Cloud.
Yeah. I think they still doing Zoids, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's not good, dude. Don't watch the new
Yeah.
Zoids. Oh, it's so bad. Like, one, they're not even that big. They're like literally they're size of a horse, and you ride them. You can't get in them anymore like big mecha machines.
What?
Oh yeah, it's completely dumbed down. It's made more. I guess it's made more for like kids these days. I don't know, but like they're not in the Zoids like in the Liger anymore. It's really weird. But oh man, Zoids was amazing, man. Like the whole concept of having a team, and I like the fact that they made it like it was like almost like a sport. And I loved that. I was like the ranking systems, and then like the backdraft team were a bunch of assholes that like to break rules and drop their fucking evil. I mean, I thought their evil little judge commissioner was funny as hell because he just get his ass whooped at the end of the fight. You see like the other one climbing up there. But no, I loved Zoids. Zoids was awesome. Actually, before Netflix, I don't know if Netflix still sends DVDs, but before I stopped my subscription with Netflix, I might have just kept the Zoids season.
That's a good question, man. I don't know if they do or not anymore.
I'm
pretty sure they do.
If they do, I canceled that part of my Netflix subscription and just went straight digital. And
yeah, most people do.
I kept that, and I don't think they charged me for it, so I have Zoids that complete series. Thanks Netflix.
And I used to collect the models, all Liger Zero, Raptor.
Is Zoids Genesis the new one, Pseudo, or is that the one with the Shield Liger? The one that was like supposedly like pre-Liger Zero stuff.
I legitimately have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about.
So before Zoid Century Zero with like the Liger Zero and stuff, there was a series before it where there was like the Shield Liger and stuff, and I forgot what that one was called. I think that's what Pseudo's talking about though. Because
no, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell Zoids is. Like, period.
It's literally just it's almost like Gundam, but they're animals.
Dinosaurs and all kinds of leopards, tigers.
Yeah, and you
raptors.
So the characters were in a cockpit on these and controlled them. And what it was is they were on. So how Century Zero was they had their teams. Like Bit Cloud was on the Blitz team, and they had the Liger Zero, the Shadow Fox. Was that what it was called? It was a wolf before, but then you got the Shadow Fox, and then the big little freaking Taurus, and then but basically what it was is it was a 3-on-3 battle with your Zoids against another team, and there was the space command system would drop a judge down and you battled, and if your team won you got money and you went up in the ranking system. That's what it was about.
So is it more like a Gundam style of anime, or is it more like
I would say it's a little bit more
like
Bakugan
down. And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
and
it's kind of like Bakugan, but you can jump inside the suits and fight duke it out until one's machine just can't stops working basically.
Yeah.
It creates like a barrier. Once the fight starts, they create a barrier, electromagnetic field or something, and they just go at it.
Genesis had a lot of war shit going on. The one with Bit Cloud was team combat. Yeah. So yeah, that one. Yeah, the one before that was all about the war stuff. That was the one with the shield liger and stuff like that. And that was the main like Gundam was that shield liger because in the Century Zero they had the shield liger, but it got permanently damaged. Or the guy that owned it, he got injured and left the Blitz team and went off and did his own thing and started his own new team. But yeah.
Have you guys ever watched any of the like fighting style stuff like Baki or Megalobox or anything
No, I
like
haven't. I see them,
Dude,
but I have
they're
not.
so good.
Are
man.
they? I just
Nah,
feel like
I haven't gotten into Megalobox, but Aki, that's probably one of my favorite action animes ever.
Yeah, man. Baki goes hard. He got to fight all these fucking like death row inmates and shit. It's cool.
is that the one with like the insanely muscle toned anime characters?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean that's like everything, man.
Yeah, but these guys
But-
have like they're like
insane.
yeah. No, they're crazy.
I mean their
super-
their
Yeah,
triceps
yeah.
like their triceps have six packs. It's like really weird. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, it's like that.
They can easily break a bone with a sweep of
Yeah.
a kick and fingers.
Speaking of that, if
Yeah.
y'all watched the UFC fight yesterday and watched that dude break his leg in half, that was great.
Oh, dude, that
Oh,
was
is this
so
what I heard about?
brutal. Oh,
I
my
watched it
God.
live and oh my god.
I forgot the fight was on.
I'm gonna
I
have
fell
to go back
asleep
and watch
last
this.
night.
I'm with you. That's me.
Yeah, I love
No
Zoids
regrets,
too.
don't
Though.
even
That's
know.
like one of my favorite
Yeah,
animes.
We were
I haven't had
trying
a
to play
chance.
COD last night, and all I hear is out of Jason's.
Oh, when I was watching it while we were trying to
Hear
play Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're trying to play
I can't
games.
hear anything. Like I can't hear nobody if they're creeping up on us. Oh well,
had
the
to watch
fight's
the
more
fights.
better, I guess.
I had to watch the
Bro,
fights,
fucking
man.
Usman knocked the fuck out of him, man. He was like
Mhm.
in slow motion. It was so bad looking.
Yeah,
I
Usman's
haven't
Usman's a good fighter, but who knows?
Hey,
Like,
you in a dangerous
okay.
sport.
That's what I said. I said you put yourself in that position. That's
Well,
what
the
we were
thing
talking
about the guy breaking his leg yesterday
He
was
fucking
it was
kicked
literally it
somebody,
was the
man.
first it was literally the first strike in the whole fight. The ref
Yeah.
was like, "Go." He goes up, does a leg sweep, breaks his leg, kicking the dude.
Oh,
Like, and it
God, it
snaps
looked
like
so
here's
bad.
this beautiful leg, and it goes,
Yeah.
and then
then he puts it back down, and he puts
Yeah.
it back down.
it's like his body went into shock where he didn't feel it. So when he took his
Oh.
leg back, he tried to land on it, and then it just curled more. And I was like, "Oh God!" It looked like rubber. It was beautiful.
It was really bad.
my shins feel really weird right
kinda-
now because of it.
You describing all that kind of remind me of the Undisputed movie. I think it was Undisputed 3.
Undisputed.
You know,
but Holy Land
they were
about a boy
sending these. How should I put it? Shoot. They probably took the first movie they had. Oh, what? I'm lost. Never mind. Mine just went blank.
I'm
Mine
trying
too.
to think who is in Undisputed.
You had Michael J. White, Jai White,
Oh, okay.
and then you have a person named Nikolai, I think. I don't know.
There's a live action of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my mind just went blank. I forgot everything I was gonna say just that quick hot second.
It happens.
But no, it just reminded me of the Undisputed series. People breaking bones, kicking each other's knees, and all that stuff, snapping.
I remember when Mortal Kombat, was it 10 that came out? Was the first one that showed the bone shattering when you hit him really hard.
Yeah.
That was the greatest thing ever, man. I used to just be like, "Oh shit!" Like you punch them and you see their skull just fucking explode
Yeah.
inside. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then
It'll give you like an X-ray view of it.
yeah, and to me, I was just like, "How the fuck are you still standing from that? What the fuck?"
Right.
Yeah,
Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
they just
Game
get
is
back
pretty
up.
gnarly.
It has gotten ridiculous.
Yeah, shit. All right, I'm gonna keep you, but I'm laying down now, exhausted. All right, Pseudo. Well, hopefully you play Final Fantasy with us in the future again. Remember, the Southern Vultures send their regards. Remember that. Oh, it was
Covert
so no.
Jason, I have no idea
no.
what that is.
So me and Pseudo's really good at Final Fantasy 14, and she came on and helped us learn. So I was doing one of my main quests, and she was helping me kill everything. Well, on the quest, there was these things called the Northern Vultures, and we were just killing a whole bunch of them. And then out of nowhere, we were like, the Southern Vultures send their regards, while we're fucking just murdering them, just to see if there was like maybe a civil war there.
Okay, that sounds nice.
Yeah, we were just dying. It was just a funny, random, out of nowhere moment. We were just like, the Southern Vultures send their regards. Oh God,
Oh,
Discord's going weird.
everybody blacking out here.
Yeah, we're here though. I see all of your beautiful faces.
Oh no.
But what happened, Jeff?
Me?
All I can see is Darklight. Like he's just real big on my screen, and I don't see
You put
nobody
it on a
else.
different grid. Clicked on a different grid.
Oh, okay.
Not that
Yeah,
I'm
'cause I
not
see all
happy
of
to
you
look at
guys.
you, sir.
Yeah, I see everybody.
I
so.
mean,
I don't know what the
yeah.
hell I
it went,
did.
It went great for a second, and
Yeah,
I was able to see everybody. So
yeah. So, yeah, never forget Northern Vultures know what they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they do. Get them out. But
that's yeah, I was lost there for a minute.
yeah, no, it was just a little. She's going to bed, but she helps me and Margaret get good at the game.
Okay.
But what was I gonna mention? There was something I wanted to bring up, and it was anime or video game related. I don't know. My mind went just as blank as Dark Lights. So. It was a good question too. I was so excited to ask it. Now I feel ashamed.
Don't be.
Way to run a podcast, Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna when Nova Circuit becomes like a bigger production company. I can't wait to run those board meetings. All right, guys, we're gonna talk about.
Shit, I forgot.
Right. See you guys next week.
Damn.
Yeah, just walk out. Donuts on the house, guys. Eat them off the table.
I have the
God.
same problem over in my gaming club over here in Indiana. So I have to write everything down on a notepad.
Mm.
Helps keep track.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
I need to
think
start
you
doing that.
know.
Well, I did write down all the animes you guys mentioned, so
I'm a
and then I even did my
lost
autograph
me.
because I was bored.
Jason, you've never seen Hellsing?
No, I have not.
You ain't never seen
Oh,
No.
Oh,
that one's messed
shit.
up.
Bro, watch that immediately. Make
Okay, I
that
will.
at the top
All
of your
right, let me
list.
put immediately right by it.
Yeah, watch. Yeah,
First.
that should have been one of the animes you should have watched.
Nice.
definitely.
Yeah, I just
Pretty much
doodling.
on another. It's pretty much on the same level as Devilman Crybaby in a way. Just not
really?
so much.
Sort of.
Okay.
Sort of. Like the content in it is
Yeah.
kind of like that.
So you and probably like that one as well.
Did you continue playing Comic Zone on that Sega game, Darklight?
Nah, I haven't even. I've been so busy this week. I haven't really done too much of anything, but do most of my YouTube videos.
I got so fucking excited when you started playing that game on the stream. I was like, "This game's awesome!" My dad played it for me. He was like, "You'll really like it." I was like, "You'll die a lot, so just be prepared, but you'll love it." Oh, what a great
Yeah.
freaking game, man! My dad loved it because he does comic book artwork and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Margaret
Comic
knows.
Zone?
Margaret's seen my dad's artwork.
yeah.
Really good.
Well, yeah. This,
Comic Zone.
This week has been extremely busy for me. I didn't even get a chance to stream none this weekend.
Yeah, I told
Friday.
me and Mags were
Friday
talking
was-
about that. I was like, "Man, I hope he streams tonight because I really want you to meet the guy." I was making him laugh, Margaret. I was cracking jokes and he appreciated them.
Friday here in Mississippi. Once a storm hits, you might as well just keep your electronics off. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
once it hits something, it's gonna knock everything out.
Yep.
And I've already had an issue at one time and said I wasn't gonna go through that again.
is it Mississippi part of Tornado Valley or whatever?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Saturday I was planning on streaming. I got wrapped up in watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier final episode, the Mortal Kombat movie. Then
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to just go ahead and do some reviews on both of
Watching
those,
Buck
do some
Ryan.
editing.
All right, I'm gonna put that down on the list,
And-
pseudo.
And after that, I was like, you know what? This is just gonna become a lazy day. At the end of the day, I wanted to do a little stream early, but I was like, shoot, I forgot had to go pick up my sister from college. Today was her last day. Had to bring her on back home.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I'll just wait till I come chat with you, lovely people here. So hey,
we were all
Yeah, I
excited about
probably.
this. I was like, we got an anime guy. I was like, man. I told
Yeah.
Jeff at Pokemon on Tuesday. I was like,
Yeah,
we got a guest. I was like, I'm excited, and
I was trying to come up with like some new ideas. I'm like, hey, let's get some other guys in some other areas too. And he's like, I've already got them.
yeah,
Like,
he was just like,
okay.
why don't you? He's like, because after our stream with Vanispheres, yeah, Jeff was like, we gotta bring more people. I was like, oh, I was like, Margaret's on that. So am I. I was like, trust me. I was like, we got guests booked, and of course, like we already told Vanispheres if he ever wants to come back, he's always just let us know. Same
Everybody's
for you,
so welcome.
Darklight.
Like, yeah, if
We're
you
we're
ever want to
thinking
come back.
about having a anime show on Nova Circuit's channel. So if you ever want to be just part of every episode, you let us know.
Hey, I'm welcome anytime. I've been
Yeah. So
I wanted to do my own podcasting as well, but that's got away from me. So I
Hey,
said, just forget it. Then once you came in from a raid a little while back, I was like, you offered, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind. I would like to join up with a nice crew or something. We could talk about anime or movies or whatever.
you just started talking to the nerdiest crew too. We're all like huge
hmm
super geeks.
yeah, especially my
Um,
husband. Like, you have to see my house. It looks like it threw up anime everywhere, even down to my kids. Like, I can't get away from it. Like, I've been
Yeah.
sucked into this world that I have not chosen to be sucked into. So
hey,
it's like,
what?
but I do like. I'm not saying I don't like it, but as for my husband and my boys, like, it's definitely a big thing. So like that's why I say if you guys do the podcast for like anime, you Jeff and yeah, y'all will be perfect for
It's
each other
funny
for
because like
that.
I was at work and I forgot who rated me over to Darklight. It might have been Vanispheres. It was somebody. Someone put me over there. But all I know is I had to step away from my desk and go do work. And I came back and I didn't even look at my computer. I got on, I was on my other computer and I was just typing. And then I looked and then I heard you were playing Sonic at the time. And I turned, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. And I was like, what's this? And I was like, oh, shoot, this guy playing Sega games. I was like, hell yeah, classics. So then I just started chatting with him in chat. And one thing I really like about streamers is I like streamers that interact a lot with their chat. It makes me all
Right.
happy inside. So like, yeah, and he was just the whole time we were just chatting. And there was one time where I was so deep into chatting with him, I was literally on like maybe like a 10-second delay. I was like, can't have this. I had to refresh the page because I was like, I need immediate answers. I was just like messaging. I was like, and then we were talking about games. He's like, what game should I do next? And I was like looking at the list. I was like, oh, I don't know. Let's just choose one. And then when he did the Comic Zone, I just freaked out. I was like, oh man, I remember playing that game as a kid. It was so good.
Yeah,
It's just
so,
fun.
I mean, yeah, cause I really just I would say back in October of last year, I haven't really been streaming that long.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, cause I was pretty much in a way where I was like, should I wait till I get me a major PC like everybody else to play games and all of that? And some other streamer told me, no, you can pretty much just do everything straight from laptops, or you can
Mm-hmm.
just
Nowadays, yeah.
buy little small items here and there, and you can just work your way up. So pretty much, once I find out something about remote play through my PlayStation and my laptop, got that work, and I was like, okay, well this would be nice. And bought me a webcam that was probably no more than $30-$40,
Mm-hmm.
and other than that, I was like, okay, well, I done figured it out. I already had the green screens and lights from because I was doing mostly YouTube for like 3 years now. So I was like, okay, well that's fine. So everything just worked out, and hey, here I am now.
There you
Yeah,
go.
And
that was how Nova Circuit kind of started. We were doing
Yeah.
YouTube
yeah,
first, and then we went over to. So I got laid off, and I told my wife because, they laid me off. They gave me a severance and everything, and I was like, well, I want to take a vacation before I go get another job. And I was like, I want to stream on this vacation. So I was like, I want to take Nova Circuit to the streaming platform because all we did was YouTube stuff, and that's when I got Jeff Hirschkin over here involved because
hmm
I wanted to do Pokemon content because at that time I was like, oh, Pokemon's like my thing. I love Pokemon. So we were making Pokemon videos already, but I was like, we're gonna stream us playing Pokemon. Um, and I told my wife, and she was just like, okay, what do you need? And then she like literally all my gaming PC, everything, anything, green screen behind me, everything she has bought for me. It's all her.
No, you the lucky one.
Yeah, she was just
I'm
like,
still scrapping up to get my own.
she did. Yeah, she was just like, I got you, and I was like, oh, babe, you're the greatest, because she's always for me trying these things, and she's all for me getting Nova Circuit off the ground. So
And
she was,
that is wonderful to hear. I mean, by me being a single parent, everything goes toward my son mostly. So
Yep.
pretty much from what I'm doing now is mostly me passing time.
yeah,
I mean, I've been wanting to do this a long time ago when Twitch first started and YouTube
Mhm.
first started. But then, I was in that situation where I was like, okay, you're gonna need money to get everything running. And
Yep.
I am an introvert, so it's kind of hard for me to talk to other people. But once I started doing YouTube and streaming, I started getting better with talking, communicating with others, and all of that.
Right.
So
yeah, because when I
it
first
helped
started
me out
streaming, it
get
was
past
weird.
that stage. It helped me out get past that stage, made some good friends, some good people across the internet. So expect because pretty much where I live, most everybody's into rap and doing a little bit of drugs on the side and clubbing, and that's not me. So I
Yep.
was like, man, I'm most a homebody. I'm into horror
Yeah.
movies, love anime, love playing video games. So I had to find other ways and other means of other people that like the same thing I like. So
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're doing here. That's exactly what like we're just fishing out. We all have different likes and everything. Like, you know, we just kind of go with what we go with and what we like and bring it to Nova Circuit because it's about gaming and everything. It's,
Yeah.
it started as gaming, but we talk about everything. It's not just gaming. So it's also about everything else too. It's
Hey
good to
Ed,
get to know people
thank you for
on
the
a
raid.
different. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Ed. What's up, Ed?
Yeah,
How
it's
you
really
doing?
good to
How
know
was your stream,
people on a
man?
personal level.
Eddie, my boy.
Yeah, Ed is also a mod of ours on Twitch. He recently
Yeah.
got promoted to being a mod. So hey Ed, how you
Hey,
doing? I think Ed has a
man,
magical voice.
this man is everywhere for as a moderator.
Oh, he's like, yeah, he said it was like
is.
7 different streamers. Oh, his stream died.
Aw.
Nah, I like Ed's voice. I like the deepness.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. He comes to my stream. He
Mhm.
makes me laugh all the time. So love him to death, man.
I
I'm
do.
probably gonna have to make him my mod as well sooner or later. But I mean,
So
that
the
having
one thing about Ed is Ed will show up to everybody's stream that he's following, no
Yeah.
matter what. He will always make
That's
his
good.
appearance, and I like that. That shows his support for everybody. I love it. I
Yeah.
think he's entertaining too. When I go to his streams, I just go there to listen to his voice. He can say whatever the hell he wants. He can call me stupid, pick on me. I only hear that beautiful voice. So,
Oh my goodness.
but yeah, Ed's awesome, man. I love Ed.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. I think that
Love
what
him,
I think that's
love
what
him as a brother.
I think that's who rated me over to you, believe it or not. Actually, it might have been Ed's stream.
Yeah, it might have been him.
Probably.
Yeah. So you
'Cause
see,
he did raid. Yeah, I think he did raid me that night.
yeah, which was awesome. So stop showering me with
And
love.
look at us now.
And we will always shower you with love. That's what we do. We'll shower you, Vanny, Darklight, Synonymous, everybody with love, because that's what we do. That's me and Margaret talked about this. So like, yeah, Nova Circuit's our own brand, and we want to be the source everybody comes to. But in the end, we all realize we're all Twitch streamers and we're all content creators,
Yeah,
and
we all have
we're all
fun.
pretty much one big family. Why not support each other and
Right.
shout each other out? That's all we care about. If Darklight becomes the next multi-million subscriber guy on Twitch, and he doesn't, what, we're proud that we are even like part of that.
Nah, that ain't gonna be me. Most likely, you guys would grow with me as well. Cause
Yeah, that's what it is.
like if I ever got to a point where I'm having thousands of streamers, 1,000 viewers or more in my chat or whatever, I would like to send those 1,000 viewers to somebody that's small.
Yep.
It's a
That's
starting
what
point.
we
for
That's what we
everybody.
use. That's
So
what we
I
want to
want
do.
to
That's
exactly what we want to
push them
do.
up.
that's
Yeah.
literally what
Because
we do. Yeah, we
I
just
watch
Mhm.
so many other streamers. They are prouder. They got 2,000 viewers. They might send them over to somebody else that has 2,000 viewers. Why not send at least half of those people to somebody small? Help them grow as well, so they can learn and get used to having that many people in the chat, or
Right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they can find more friends and family members. Well, you turn your friends into family, so
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh
can
yeah,
bring
Margaret's
more
like my
people.
sister, and Jeff's like a brother to me. So I mean, I've known them forever. We
So
we we go back to Halo
you,
3 days.
we can all grow together. I mean, there's no way that's like they say that's pretty much networking, but that's also still
It
finding a
is.
family,
Yeah,
finding a family, finding
exactly.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
So we all can just grow completely together. I mean, it's the internet. So
Mm-hmm. Oh
how
yeah,
many
and
You couldn't
people
have said it
you
better.
might
Exactly. Yes.
you might make a friend somewhere in Australia. You live in California or somewhere. You might meet, and you can grow in all aspects. So
oh
Right.
yeah, yep.
that's pretty much my way. But a lot of time I'm just like gonna be here just to have fun,
Yeah, that's what it's all
interact
about
with
too. Like when I told you I was like we got Darklight Anime. I was like cool. We get to finally have our anime discussion with someone outside of Nova Circuit that
Yeah.
knows it, which I loved it. I mean, plus I'm
Okay.
excited about my list to watch.
Yeah. I mean, you keep a tabs on me every week, and I'm
I
not.
do.
And for the whole week, I was marking days off my calendar. Like, yeah, I got some people
Yeah,
to talk
I would
to.
go up in his Discord and be like,
Yeah,
"Hey man, you ready?" I was like, "I'll be ready."
every day, my both my mom and dad was always saying, "So are you supposed to go on what this weekend or that weekend?" We was trying to make sure we get everything done so you can have your time, and
hmm
we'll check it out later. And, I was like, okay, well,
Yeah, I usually have
that's
to
what
let
I
my
was.
wife know. Like, I'm like, "Hey babe, we're doing a stream Sunday," and she'll be like, "Okay." And then I was like, "We usually prepare at 9:30 before we go live at 10." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Okay." All right. She'll help me.
And
We
so,
went, like I said, we went out and ate real quick. We went and got some wangs.
yeah, because it was definitely exciting to have conversations with everybody in class in my stream last time, and
Mm-hmm.
especially with you.
Oh yeah.
Then coming in that's last Sunday and watching you guys talk with Vanny. I love Vanny. He's very I,
That guy's
it,
cool as
I
hell,
don't know.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's very cool, man.
I
And
love Annie. He's my
his
favorite streamer now. Officially number one favorite
he,
streamer.
so you end up coming in saying, how about being on your podcast? I was like, okay, yeah, this is something I've been trying to do, interact with people.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to grow with others, so I'm still learning my way through.
Oh, we all
Us
are
too.
still. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like I'm still like I hate being on camera. So like this is still weird to me.
Oh, me
Like I'm
too. Like
like
I
I
said,
like to
I
hide
used
behind my
to.
mic.
Cause just like I said, with me, I'm an introvert. I'm pretty much the person that likes to hide in the shadows. I don't like
We love you,
nobody
Vanny.
knowing anything about me, or I don't talk as much at work. Outside, usually I'm like the quiet little mouse.
That's
I'm
that
the
was
So
me,
complete
bro.
opposite. I don't shut up. And but I like talking to people. I don't know why.
Obviously
It's
not.
really weird. Like I enjoy like the interaction between people. I'm still shy though, but for some reason anybody I see that's new, I'm interested to get to know them. It's always been
yeah,
like that. And
I
my wife
yeah,
always tells me
I'm,
she's like you're one of the easiest people to talk to. She's like you have that like she said when like a long time ago when we first started dating, she said the one thing she liked about me was I have that personality people like to like get attached to, and she's like it's probably why it makes it so easy for you to talk to people. I was like
yeah,
cool. I was like I'm shy as hell around them, but I'm at least I do something to get them like you know.
because I'm really shy myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but 3 years ago, well, probably like I said, since YouTube's been going on, I wanted to do YouTube videos, but way before streaming, and got to a point probably let's see, 3 years ago. Once I got out of a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty much in a dark, kind of a dark turn because I was
Yep.
depressed. I always beating myself down like, man, this is something I want to do. I thought at that time a girl was gonna be behind me. She wasn't. So then it got to a point. I had a nice little conversation with my sister. She was like, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, man, I want to do YouTube, but I don't know. She just gave me that look and said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. That gave me the motivation I needed to start YouTube.
Yep.
Two
Nova
years
Circuit.
went by. 2 years went by. He had 1,000 subscribers on there. So was still doing good. Then I said, you know what? Let me start streaming. Last year came across. in probably the last week in October, and I was trying to get to, let's say, 20 followers by my birthday. Got that instantly, and I was like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was always around others that was growing a lot faster. They were hitting affiliate and all that. Then another streamer just came in. He sent 60 people to, and I was in shock. Like what? So, and that time I hit a fit, and I was like, oh man. And now I need to figure out content creation. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do, how to get better, how to grow, and so I'm still learning.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Still trying
like I
to get
said,
to
we
that point.
all are. Trust me.
So,
It's all about the growth process too, because in the end, like say, like this thing does grow into something bigger, you'll always look back on these days and go, "Wow, man, that's where it all started."
yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
definitely
exciting
that
about the
way.
journey. And like I said, the like our mentality in this is we're not going out there trying to make money. We're going out there. This is
No.
fun. I
Yeah.
enjoy this. I love it. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. That's one thing I always wanted to grow up and do, and I'm getting to do it. And I'm not trying to make money off of it. I mean, if I do, cool. That's an extra perk. But this is just fun. Chatting with
Yeah,
people,
and
talking
I
talking
don't.
about nerdy stuff. It's just great. And then the creating,
Yeah,
playing video games and making the videos on YouTube. That's like that's all
yeah, 'cause I
fun.
never really considered myself an entertainer. It's just once you pull me out of my shell, then yeah, you gonna see me. I can keep you laughing. I keep you having fun or whatever you.
Well, trust me, your last stream was
And
fun. So
so like I said, it took me a while to be able to want to even sit behind the camera.
yep, same here.
It took me a while to even want to talk to myself behind the camera. Then once you get into a groove and that niche hit, then everything is pretty much on point.
Yeah, if you
So
watch
I
early
was
Nova
like,
Circuit stuff, there's no camera because I was like, I'm not showing my face.
so yeah,
That doesn't work
it really is.
nowadays.
No,
No.
no.
Unless you've been doing that for years now,
Right,
nah,
right.
it don't
And
work
people
now.
know, like, know
People want
know
to
you
see your
already.
face. They
Mhm.
want to see your background. Like I said, I have this green screen behind me and these two lights. Bought it from Walmart for $80, and got to a point at first I was using a light that I bought from Walmart in the car in the tire aisle where it was just mostly just a UV light pretty much, and using green poster boards. And I said, yeah, time, you would grow over time. So
Oh,
I was like, okay.
absolutely.
That is definitely something I need to upgrade. Is my
Always got to
lights.
start somewhere.
So
I had 3 lights.
Even
I down to
to
1.
Rooster Teeth, achievement hunters, they started in like a little like office building, didn't they? Like a tiny little office building, and then they grew into like a big warehouse.
That's
Like
the
they
goal.
started, yeah, they started like in
yeah,
a little
So have you
little
ever seen
office
Rooster
building.
Teeth Darklight? You know Rooster Teeth?
Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know they're like
Achievement hunters.
Achievement Hunter. You know Red versus Blue. They did Red versus Blue, all kind of stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're
If
trying
you go
to.
back to their like when they first
'Cause-
started, go back and then just kind of casually go year by year and pick a video out, and you'll see how much they grew just by just being them.
And that's
And
Nova Circuit's model is we're trying to be kind
I
of like
must be
a.
thinking about two
Rooster Teeth.
different Rooster Teeth. Is Rooster Teeth also a company in Texas that does
Yes.
anime?
Yep.
Yeah,
They did
okay,
Ruby.
so it's
Yep. Ruby.
Ruby.
Yep.
Because
Which.
not too long ago, I just watched one of their other animes on Netflix. Uh,
Their new one they got.
The Mecha one, right?
what's it? Nah, I think it's the Blood of Zeus.
Did they do that?
Is yeah.
I know they do. I know they
Cause
do other anime. I know they have an animation department.
Yeah, because I think it was Blood of Zeus that was another anime that they did, and I just not too long ago just got done watching that.
It's fairly
And-
new. It's like 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah, we want to model Nova Circuit off what Rooster Teeth has done.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. I can't apply to work for Rooster Teeth. I'm never gonna leave Kentucky. So I mean, I was like, if you can't join them, create your own company and make one like him. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And like I said,
You do.
my wife was all for it. She was just like, okay. go. She no
Literally.
argument, nothing.
And
Like, we're gonna have
you
everything.
got somebody behind you pushing you and helping out with equipment that you might need here and there. So yeah, you'll get there.
Oh, I love it.
You'll
Yep.
get there.
I'm happy. I'm happy. It's like it's not that hard of a decision for her. She's just like, okay, yeah. There's literally never has she ever like got even close to saying no. Anytime I want to do something like streaming related, she's like, okay. Like she might ask how much it's gonna cost, but it's just her. She's the financial advisor of this company, so she's the one like, all right, how much is that gonna cost? She's like, okay.
Yeah.
What is it used for? Are we gonna get our money's worth? I'm like, okay, yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you ran a business and had to get like approval on something, that's pretty much the same process you'd have to go through.
I mean, that's understandable. I mean, yeah.
And she's my wife's very financially smart
She's
too.
behind you 100% through it. So yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. She'll sometimes pop into chat. She didn't do it tonight though. And everybody, it's funny because back when we used to stream before, when we did the Pokemon streams, like 2 years ago, when she would show up in chat, she was like a celebrity. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's Nova's wife." Like, hi.
The mystery woman of
Yeah.
Circuit.
Yeah. I keep trying to get her on a
Yeah.
podcast, but she's just like, no. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like, I'm not gonna argue. You do whatever. Yeah.
And she'll change in a minute.
I hope so. I would love
She'll
to
be
have her
on
on
the
a podcast.
So
I would love for her to
Yeah.
be on a podcast.
if we start talking about some horror movies, she'll probably be there.
Yeah, she loves horror movies. That's her thing, man. Like her I swear to God, her idol's Freddy Krueger. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I swear to God.
I'm sorry. I like horror movies, but that movie really, honestly, gave me nightmare. I can't. Jeff watched the movie when it came out. Okay, the newest movie, the newest one, like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was dead asleep, and I told him, I said, "Do not ever watch that movie around me. You have to watch it when I'm not around." He thought, "Oh, I'm gonna watch it while she's sleeping." Nope. I heard it, and I was shot up out of my dead sleep. I looked at him. I said, "Turn it off right now." I said, "Get it off." It started messing
I
with
know
me in my dreams. I was
the
like, "Get it
jingle
off."
scared me. The 1, 2,
That's-
Freddy's
I
coming
can't
for
watch it,
you.
yes.
That got
Oh,
me.
please
That's what
don't.
used to scare me when I was a kid. Because I was like, oh, they turned
Mhm.
an innocent song into something fucking scary.
I
Yeah.
hated it.
Oh,
And
but
then
she
that's what
loves
was
it.
started playing. I was like,
Halloween time, she's just like horror movie time, and I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
She
that
does.
Same
movie is
here.
not the one for me.
I mean, I liked
sh-
Friday the
loved
13th.
it.
I loved Friday the 13th just because his name was Jason, and that's my name. So I was like, oh, cool, Jason Voorhees. Hey, he's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And not just love, just going around just looking for some B level, C level kind of movies because they are all pretty good. I'm mostly into a lot of like I'd say zombie movies.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to be in a zombie apocalypse for some reason.
I mean, we all
Never
did, but
happened.
instead we got COVID, so we got really effed on that
Never
one.
happened.
Yeah,
So
we got
Love me some zombie movies.
we got the wrong pandemic. I'll tell you what.
If you guys really
Yeah.
want to watch some crazy horror, messed up in the brain kind of movies, go
Japanese
check
stuff.
Japanese. Jeff got me. I'm like,
don't say
terrified.
Train to Busan.
Train to Busan was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Ichi the
Ah.
Killer. Have you ever watched Ichi the Killer? I mean, that's not a
Ichi,
horror
yeah.
movie, but that's more of a gore
Yeah,
movie.
horror movie.
I
I
think
Ichi
I've only
the
watched
Killer.
one or two, maybe. I think I watched the original. Was it Ringu?
Ringu.
Yeah, I think it's
And
Ring. Yeah.
one other that I probably don't remember.
Grudge,
What was
probably.
what was that one that like G4 like highly promoted and they showed it on G4? It was like a Japanese film.
No clue.
I can't remember, but it was actually really good. It was about some big ass monster creature, but I
There was a
can't remember what it was.
movie that they
Oh,
go out in the woods with
the
the
Hollow or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. That was really good. I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
It was or the Host.
The
That's what
host,
it
that's
Host,
what it was.
yeah.
Yes,
That's what it was,
that was a good
yes.
one.
Yeah, that was really good. It has the guy from Old Boy in it, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But they,
But
yeah, they
yeah,
come up with some crazy things. It's like, oh,
Audition was a fucked up movie
oh
too.
yes, that was.
I really liked underground horror movies. Like here, like when Blockbuster. Oh God, this shows our age again. When Blockbuster and Movie Gallery were open, they used to
Or
have
Hollywood Video.
Oh yeah, they used to have
Hollywood
their underground movies, ones that were straight to DVD or from like some small studio, like
Yeah.
no one's ever heard of. And those horror movies were
Never.
actually really good. Like there was a one about Chernobyl that I watched. There was this one called Demons at the Gate or whatever. and it was actually a good movie,
Yeah.
but yeah, there was a part in the movie that made me and my friend Britt like go, "Oh my god, this is so stupid!" Like there was a part where the door was closing, coming down one of those sliding doors, and like this dude, big buff dude in the movie, was just like, huh, huh, and then he did a not needed roll through the door. He could have just crawled under. Instead, he's like, huh, and then rolled through it, and I was just like, why? I was like, whatever, okay.
Oh, have you, since you play you said you play PlayStation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever looked into playing what's that game me and Anthony used to play?
Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame.
Fatal
Have you ever
Frame.
checked out Fatal
Oh
Frame?
my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. You want to talk about
It's a scary game. I just know that. That's all I know.
Oh my
I
gosh.
couldn't finish it. It
It's
was
been,
Oh,
so
we played both of
scary.
them.
been a minute, but it makes me want to get back into it.
That's a good one. If nobody's
That
ever
shit's
played that,
scary,
definitely check
dude.
that out.
I couldn't play it. It just
I
it
couldn't
was
either.
We
too
used
much.
to shut the lights
I
out.
I
and
just
sit
kept
in
it
the
as a
dark
collector piece.
and play it.
The
Oh,
game is
good
really
game.
good, and
Mhm.
it's fucking scary though, man. Like it's just too much for me to play. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't feel like doing
Me
this.
and his little brother used to sit and we used to wait until nighttime and we'd shut all the lights off and we'd sit in front of this big screen TV and sit there on the couch and we'd freak out every time. Like we
Was
couldn't
that
do
y'all's
anything.
3D TV?
No, it
Mhm.
was
Oh, I
his
was gonna say I
mom's
loved
floor
that
TV.
TV.
And how you remember his mom's old house?
Mm-hmm.
It,
Oh,
it was
that
that
house
big
was dark
floor
in general.
TV.
So.
Oh, I know, right? And
Yeah.
the neighborhood wasn't that
Ooh.
nice anyway. But we had that big floor, big screen TV, that big huge monster, and we
Yeah.
used to play it on that. Oh my god!
I remember on the demos when you used to get demos for the PlayStation, and they had Silent Hill 4 The Room, and I remember playing that, and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, okay. I was like, no sir. I opened up the windows. I was in like high school. I was like, I opened the bedroom windows. We had a blanket over the window. I was like, nope, no sir. It's like God's gonna protect
And
me.
pretty much all Silent Hill games was pretty scary.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I wish it would have went full on with the PT game that they had for what was that?
yeah, the
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation,
Man,
yeah,
he was
that
pretty
demo.
scary.
I wish they went on with that. And
Is that demo still up or is it
Yeah.
gone?
No, it's been gone for a
Damn.
long time.
What a
But
good
it's-
demo.
it's pretty much it's gone. But if you got it automatically saved on your PlayStation, you should.
Yeah.
But other than that, they ain't.
Feel like you can't download it again.
Your boy wiped his hard drive, so it's not there anymore.
Oh,
But I remember when I went to my friend Britt's house, and he used to have his like dark blankets covering his window because we were into heavy metal at that time. So like we had Slipknot posters, like Devil Driver
gosh.
stuff. Oh yeah, we were hardcore into it. Well, so I came over to his house. He's like, dude, I got this new game. It's called Resident Evil 4. And it was like, oh cool, I played Resident Evil on my N64. I was like, sweet, cool. But the jump scares in Resident Evil 4 used to get me, and I'm like, oh shit. And we were like so
it was on the
scared, dude.
island level when you're
Yeah.
facing the guys with the spikes and stuff.
Mhm. Yep. And then I recently played the Resident Evil 7, and that game was that game's scary just because it gives you that eerie like feeling, especially in the beginning.
First-
the
first
environment
couple
was
hours.
scary.
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
like the beginning of it, man, and just like that eerie feeling, like it almost felt like you were going on a paranormal investigation.
Nah, I
Hey,
played
Summer
Resident
baby,
Evil
how you doing?
with the VR system.
Oh man.
No, sir.
No, never again.
No, sir, not me. No, see, I played it. It's
That
actually
is-
it's actually on the Nova Circuit channel of me playing the Resident Evil 7. I was just like, what the
Oh yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, this is so creepy because it's like I felt like I was a paranormal investigator. And Margaret and Jeff have VR now, and we were thinking about doing that Phasmophobia game in VR.
actually, I was just about to talk to you about that after we got off the podcast because
Yeah.
Jeff downloaded it on like I can do whatever on the computer now, so
Mhm.
for it. So I was thinking about we could jump into that too, maybe this week.
Man, I wish I. See, now that made me wish I had a PC now. Dog.
Dude,
Well,
I
you
was
can
just
get
like,
the
ugh.
Oculus, and I don't think you need the computer to get that game. do you?
No, yeah, you do. It's only
You
on
do.
Steam.
Yeah, it's I've already played it a little bit.
It
Makes me a little
it's
dizzy.
hard to get PC now because everything's so high.
Oh yeah, good luck finding stuff with scalpers.
Yeah, you know
and...
what? That's this was my year because Jeff did his computer last year. I was like, okay, this year was gonna be my year to get my computer, and of course, all of this is happening with the game. All this product
Same.
stuff.
Last year I was like, oh man, you know what?
So mad.
I'm gonna wait next year I'm gonna go ahead and save up some money. I ended up saving
Yes.
some money, and then all of a sudden, I was looking for trying to get ready to build me one, and GPUs and CPUs, everything just skyrocketed.
Yes.
Uh,
Yep.
My
I was
$1,600
mad because I was
computer would have turned into 3,000 just because of the graphics card. Just because of the graphics card, it would have
Yeah, that's
almost tripled in price because of a freaking graphics card. And then I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna go with the gaming laptop. I'd rather get a really good gaming laptop and then maybe down the line do my computer because I want to build it too, you know.
yeah.
So I went with the gaming laptop.
A lot of people been telling me you either gonna have to get a gaming laptop or gonna get a pre-built.
yeah.
And I was like,
Basically, your
oh
options.
man,
Dude, I like.
Yeah, I went with the laptop.
I look at my like. So when I bought my graphics card, because I have the 5700 XT. When I bought that, it was 420. Blaze it up. Um, when I looked at like the sold prices on eBay used, it's like 960 now or something like that. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna sell
Oh,
this shit and
no.
buy me a 3080 soon. I was like, but you can't
Yeah,
find a
no.
3080.
No, you're not.
yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I can't find one. So, but yeah, no. Margaret did the smart thing and bought just a laptop that came with like a what? You got the 3060?
Everything was going so smooth. Saved up so much money to buy the setup to buy and build a PC, and I was like, you know what? Then I can give me the PS5. I can give me the Xbox Series X. All that
It
just went
sucks,
ahead.
man.
Nope.
Yeah, it's really shitty.
Yeah.
Scalpers, man,
I
they're
was like,
winning.
these scalpers and bots and all here. I'm like, okay, yeah,
The
this
bots are
this has
super
become the
annoying.
most terrible. Yeah, just instantly.
I'm
Oh,
dealing with it on
definitely.
both ends too because I play Pokemon and Jeff knows. I play.
Yeah, the Pokemon's insane.
Yeah, because Pokemon
Literally
card
can't
prices
get
went up, so
anything.
you can't get anything, and like prices are up on cards now because
I haven't
I mean,
bought
sad
anything
yeah.
in the
way
last
around.
like year and a half.
so like my Pokemon collection's like price itself just skyrocketed like like times 4 like the value of my cards now that I own. But like it's hard to be competitive nowadays and like because
That's right.
everybody's scalping everything. So like when I build my deck, I literally have to go buy the cards one by one if the local card shops even have those cards.
Right.
Scalping's crazy.
I need
I
to get
know.
back into getting Pokemon cards. 'Cause I used to collect a lot of them.
I still collect them. I'm still that little kid in the '90s that was just like, "This is great."
I probably stopped after they came in with the
Oh, Jeff.
second generation. Oh, there you go. They came with the second generation. I guess that's when Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and all these
Oh,
other
yeah.
weird
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon started coming out.
Typhlosion's
After
my
that, I
boy.
stopped. I kind of
Gen
just stopped.
2's best.
Gen 2 was actually really
Yeah.
good. After that, it got really weird. Like right when they came out with Trubbish, literally a trash Pokemon, I was like, I don't know if I could take y'all serious now. Literally, he's a trash bag that evolves into a bigger trash bag called
Oh no,
Garbodor.
the one that did it in for me was Vanilla Ux, the
ice cream Pokemon. And then
Ugh.
there's a keychain Pokemon. It's called
Yeah,
Clef
Klefki.
Key, and it's just keychain.
I was like, y'all just coming up with stuff now. Y'all ain't doing it original no more.
It's
But
funny. Someone
pretty much-
posted something about one thing about Pokemon is their evolutions at least look the same, like Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. But then someone was like Digimon evolutions, where you start with a
Yeah.
cute little
Oh, dude,
dog,
they're
and then
completely
it's a
different.
dinosaur, and then it's a fucking refrigerator with a minigun on it. I was just
Yeah,
like,
man, how in the world is this happening?
oh god, that's
But
good.
then after Gen 2, I pretty much went straight to Yu-Gi-Oh. Started collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hmm.
It's changed.
Sounds
It's not
like
the
a
same.
smart choice to me.
went played in a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh battles.
Mm-hmm.
Never made it to top 5.
I played it back when it first came out and was a thing, and I used to go to tournaments with my brother, and I never really did topped any tournaments, but I did pretty well. But that was like back when it was so basic, and it's before they had ban lists, so you could whip out your like pot of greeds and stuff like it's no tomorrow.
Or Exodia,
and-
you can
and-
put as many Exodia cards in your deck.
Yeah.
You can.
Hmm.
And it was really cool. And now I look at the game and my mind explodes. I'm like, holy shit! Whatever you did in that 5 seconds, it was like 30 moves. Jeff Jeff was teaching me a while back when he came to visit me, and I thought it was the deck he built me was actually pretty awesome. Like that Geargia deck, if you remember, Jeff, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then I was teaching Jeff Pokemon at the same time. I was like, if he taught me Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd teach him Pokemon. And
And Jeff was into Yu-Gi-Oh big time. Our neighbor and him used to go down to the local card shop and play in the little tournaments down there.
Oh wow, that's nice.
and
I
when
wish
when
I
you
was
guys
from
move
y'all
here,
area.
when you move here, you guys can join me, Jeff. We can go to play some Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Yeah, I'll get back into some
Yeah.
Magic.
I need to get into Magic. That's what a lot of people tell me.
That's
I
where
need
I
to
like it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
it's a good
have
game.
a
I
whole
like it.
box right here next to me. Literally a
too.
big ass box full of Magic cards
Mhm.
that I got from this
Yeah,
dude
a
that I
lot
buy
of
my
people
video
say
games
that
from.
that should be the next thing I do. I was like, man, I ain't never understood it. I've seen others play, but I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
There's so much though that you can get in, like build a deck and to your liking. There was one deck that Jason, I hated it,
Yeah, we
and we
called it the
called it.
bitch deck.
Yeah, it was. I hated it, and I made him. I went down to visit him. It was my turn to go visit Jason that time, and he took me to the card shop. I said, "You were building me this deck because I need it because I can't. I need it. It was just the most ridiculous deck I've ever seen.
Like
He would take
so,
one white characters and instantly in one turn buff them to like an 8/8. I'm like,
and I'd have
okay.
tokens everywhere. It was just tokens, and it's like,
tokens just everywhere across the board.
and they
I'm like,
all
yeah,
like
I give up.
flew and stuff. Yeah, it's because Tyrone was the one. Our friend Tyrone, he was the one that was like, dude, those are bitch tactics. He's like, you gotta stop with that.
And then I had a mill deck, which either I milled my own deck to win the game, or I could choose to mill your deck. So when you went to go draw a card and you didn't have a card in the deck, you'd lose the game. I couldn't even do that with him. Why? Because he was able to bring freaking soldiers back from the grave.
Yeah, cards I
And put
had
'em
you could
all
play
across his
back from the
board,
grave.
so
It's like,
he
all right, that's
couldn't
fine.
mill his deck because he could just bring him right back out onto the board.
I
Like,
still have that
Yeah.
deck. It's still beautiful in the same little deck box. Y'all remember the little planes one? It's still sitting there, put together.
but
Bitch
it's a
deck,
fun
man.
game. It's something you could probably get into. It's not that
Oh
hard.
yeah.
You can definitely catch on
I'm,
real quick,
I'm,
and
I'm
it
gonna try.
becomes
I'm
real
gonna try.
fun.
it.
You can get into it pretty cheap too, because I play a little bit of Magic in the Pauper format. You can build a
Mhm.
deck for anywhere from like
Thanks for the
30 to
raid,
50
Chris.
bucks.
How was your stream,
Thanks
man?
for the raid.
How was your stream, buddy? Chris, actually, believe it or not, true fact. I think I mentioned this last time. He created the Nova Circuit logo.
He did. I like the
Nice.
link you went to recently. I
And he
wanted
was-
to say that. That is awesome.
Believe it or not, now Chris isn't part of Nova Circuit anymore, but he was originally, me and him were the founding members of Nova Circuit. And he'll remember the story. He might remember the story. We were at a Chili's and we were eating, and I was like, we should do YouTube. And while I was stuffing my face full of Memphis ribs, we were coming up with a name. And he was just like, we got to come with something like spacey and cool. And then, like, yeah, Nova Circuit came to be. He went off to do his own endeavors, which is we totally support. And yeah, but he created the original logo, and actually, believe it or not, he's working on a new logo for us. So actually,
And, yeah.
Darklight, I know you talked about like backdrops and stuff. I know I can create some for you. I told you I'd do it for free. He's pretty good at that stuff too, so I definitely would
Okay.
recommend him
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
as well.
Checking into him. Yeah, he's good.
Some anime style, overlays and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Chris is pretty good with that
Yeah.
stuff, man. Yeah.
I was surprised I was able to do this logo that's above my head.
It looks
Oh
good,
man.
It
I
looks
like
So-
it.
I mean, I really do like your setup. It looks nice.
So do you have
I
our
appreciate
stream
it.
up, Darklight?
Yep, I have it
Do
up.
you see the layout I have?
Yeah,
Who's
that's
in
it.
the-
Oh,
who's in
So
the
okay.
I wanted your text, the Darklight
Sounds
anime
right.
text. But
Mhm.
instead, I couldn't find a way to get that, so I had to just do your little logo right there and put Darklight in it. I was like, dude, I want his text so I could put it right next to our logo.
Well, if you would have contacted me beforehand, I could have just sent it through Discord in a
Yeah.
PNG format.
Well,
That's
it was like
exactly what that is.
it was like 8:45 when we got back from like eating and doing all that stuff, and I was like, oh, I gotta set up my computer. I gotta set up my computer, get everything ready. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw the little picture that he has. I was like, it looks good already.
Next time we'll get you.
I was like,
And
honestly, I'm
sure
proud
we'll
of
have
my
you again, Mom.
layout, so I like it. So it looks pretty good to me. So, but
All right, I gotta go,
Yeah,
guys.
you gotta
I gotta
go?
get up early. Yeah.
all right. So is that where we're gonna end the
I
podcast,
got-
boys?
I gotta get going to myself.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But we're still. I mean, we can still talk to.
Yeah,
Darklight.
Darklight, you
I
want to chill
mean,
with me and Mags? I know she's scary. Trust me, but you just gotta deal with it, man. But if you gotta don't let us hold don't let us hold you.
But if you have something else to go, I mean, and then me and Jason could go stream some Final Fantasy for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's up to you. We're on your time, Dark. So
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think he
there?
froze.
I think he froze.
I think he froze. I thought he. I mean, I was like, man, he's like really.
I'm like, bro,
I thought he
you
was
didn't.
thinking.
Like, is
I
he
know, I did
okay?
too, and then it was like, no, he's been sitting there a little too long, just like that.
I was like, oh shoot,
it was
are
kinda
we?
freaky. I was
I
like,
thought
is
we
he
were doing a
okay?
mannequin challenge real quick. I was gonna go.
Yeah, right.
If you can hear us, Darklight,
Yeah.
rejoin if you
Yeah,
need to.
for sure. Rejoin, man.
Yeah, if you can hear us.
But
rejoin.
other than that, personally, it's been fun. I love talking anime, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Yes,
I'll catch you guys next time.
All right, see you,
Alright,
Jeff.
bye,
Yes,
Jeff.
Vanny, I totally agree. We
Later,
should get
later.
Darklight into Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think he would love it.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. See
Bye,
y'all
Jeff.
later.
Yeah, bye, Jeff. I'm gonna try to reconnect with Darklight real quick.
Okay, yeah, you could do that.
we woke up synonymous because we said Final Fantasy.
He said I'm about to rejoin.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
I am this senpai. No, we're gonna once this podcast ends, we're gonna play some Final Fantasy for a little bit. Gotta take care of them northern vultures, man.
Oh man! So every time I play one of these games,
Mhm.
I always tend to find the best part of the game that I find very fun and amusing when I'm just wanting to do something stupid. So I was just roaming around the world, just checking out lands and everything, tagging them. Come across this one land. Oh, what is it? Nothing but a little casino. So I've been spending my time in the casino the past couple of nights.
Oh my God, yeah. She spent all of her time in Phantasy Star Online 2 in the casino part of that.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Hey, he's back.
We back in.
Do you get
in.
Is it? I was like, was it thunderstorms again?
Yes.
All right. I don't know what happened there.
The gold saucer. Yes, that's where it is. The
Yeah, we were
best
just
part of
saying
the
if you
game
wanted to
is-
still chat with us, you're more than welcome to stay and chat. But
I mean, hey, if y'all busy or y'all got other stuff playing, I mean,
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy,
go
but
ahead.
that's just we always play a game after the podcast for a little bit. Pseudo says Darklight that you need to just play Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 14. It's
Have you
free
ever
till
played
you're
WoW
level 60
before
and
or
it's on
seen WoW?
PlayStation 5.
World of Warcraft. Have you ever seen or played that before?
Well, I've seen people play World of Warcraft, but I've never got into it.
It's
Final
something
Fantasy.
similar to that.
I don't mind jumping into some Final Fantasy. I mean, the only one that I've ever played would probably be the original Final Fantasy VII and the newest one. So, I mean, it's fine by me.
Yeah,
I
it's
probably have to
It does have a
just.
good story.
you should totally join
So
us.
is it just on PlayStation 5 or
It's on
PS-
PC.
PS4?
It's on
Yeah,
PC,
he doesn't have
PS4,
a
and
PC.
PS5.
Oh, it's on PS5.
I think it is on PS4 as well.
Okay, well, probably just.
If
gonna have
not
to-
if not tonight, you're more than welcome to always join us in the future. If you ever see
Yeah,
us literally
it'll
on Discord,
probably-
yeah.
It would probably
just-
won't be tonight because most likely I'm probably gonna have to let my PlayStation load up overnight,
hmm
let it kind
Right.
of run overnight, and before I doing anything. So that'll take a while. So by that time, y'all will probably be ready to go to bed.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. But
So
join the Nova Circuit
probably,
Discord.
If you can give me a few days, I would probably be able to get it up and running. I might give it a try.
What other games do you play?
Awesome.
Like what are you playing right now? Like anything like AAA title right now or anything?
Really no.
You into like
only
competitive
game I'm
games?
probably playing is Lego Harry Potter.
Okay, I mean that's
Yeah,
respectable though,
yeah.
man. Okay.
Play a little bit of Madden here and there. The Forest.
Ooh, the Forest. Ooh.
Other than that, I don't really play much.
You don't play competitive games or anything?
Nah.
No. I mean, Madden can get competitive.
Yeah. Nah, like I said, I'm a very shy person, so jumping online with playing with people. I tried to play some Call of Duty, but you got some toxic people in that, and it's hard to.
You want to
make
join
friends.
us? I might be toxic, but we're both pretty. You should play with us, man.
He's only toxic to me. He's mean to me for some odd reason, and
Listen,
I take
so
it and I just roll with it. It is
Mags
what
is
it
like
is.
Mags is my sister. Like literally, like she's not my real sister, but she's like a sister. We've known each other for like almost 15 years.
Yeah.
So if she heard the way I talk to my normal brothers and sisters, she would totally understand. Listen, you're not safe. You're not safe under me, man. One thing I am really good at is I am witty, and I am witty with my words, and I will. Yes, and I get Margaret. We're like we'll play Call of Duty, and I'm a very aggressive player in the game. I feel like if you're aggressive, you get rewarded more. So I'm going out there.
I'm just looting away.
Yeah, she's just looting.
We're all together.
I
We're
always
looting.
tell her, I'm
Yeah.
like, Margaret,
We're
I'll be back. I'm
looking
gonna
at the
push.
map, and
I'm gonna
he's,
push
like,
this team.
far
And Margaret's
away.
like, okay. I go and push a team. I get killed, and I blame Margaret. I'm like, Margaret, where the hell were you?
I look him at the map. I'm like, you're like 100 meters away from me, dude. Where'd you go? And he's like, oh, I'm pushing this team.
Oh,
And then
And
I'm
I'm
like,
like, oh
Buddy.
my gosh.
and
And
then
he's
I
like,
like,
where are you?
I call
I'm like,
out
"Oh, dude, I
people.
know."
I'm like calling out people. Like I'm very mean, but like they don't hear me. But like if I play in like a lobby with randoms, I'm never like I don't being toxic to someone I
Yeah,
don't
see,
know. I'm not like that. Like if I don't know you, I don't know anything about you. I don't know your
Yeah,
story or your life.
fine.
I'm not
No.
gonna pick on you or say anything bad to you unless you say something to me first, or then I'm sorry, you done effed up. That's when you learn you really made a mistake.
because I pretty much grew up in a time where most of everybody, if you playing games, you had family member or somebody in the room with you.
Mhm.
Yes.
But other than that, a lot of time, like I said, during my time, I was mainly just playing a lot of one-player games by myself, or
Mhm.
just even if I play two-player game, it's most likely I'm playing by myself. So once it started getting to the point, everybody started doing things online. I kind of got into a point where I was like, I jump in a few lobbies during some of the old games,
Mhm.
and it gets to the point people be talking, but it's hard for me to talk back because I'm not
Mhm.
really good at talking with other people. I'm socially awkward at times. I shut down, get to the point, but I do not want to. Then it got to the point now, looking at how people are so good at COD or Apex and games like that, I'd be like, oh man, ain't no need for me trying because that means I got a learning curve. I gotta catch up.
Right.
So
And then-
pseudo
and
and
then when you start
Vanny.
talking trash, is like, especially if you're going in by
Yeah.
yourself,
And
and then
so,
they want to not be your, and then they want to get on you for not being a good player. It's rather, you jump in with us, we don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
don't.
just-
We're it's
and
mainly
I'm
the jokes
been
and memes,
trying to-
anyways, for us.
been trying to just find people just to jump in and have fun because ain't no way you gonna learn
absolutely.
when somebody's in there yapping in your ear. Like,
Mhm.
what
So which
you doing?
that brings
You
me back
going
to
in-
Final Fantasy 14 because
But I-
Pseudo and Vanny can very very well jump on this and say something about it. Final Fantasy 14, the community is probably one of the least toxic communities I've ever been part of, and everybody is so damn friendly in it. Vanny,
Mhm.
like Pseudo, our first interaction playing with her was amazing. Our learning curve's way different than hers, but she was very patient with me, and she did everything. She taught me all kinds of cool stuff, and that's the cool thing because before her, when I first started playing Final Fantasy a couple years ago, online, there was all kinds of people in that game that were like, "Hey, do you want to join this party and we can help you out? Just let us know what you're doing." Like you find those people everywhere, and if you're ever wanting to like get into an online game like that, I understand World of Warcraft's the best one. Fantasy Star's free, but man, Final Fantasy, man, you don't beat the community that you get to interact with, and the story in the game itself is beautiful and just overall a good time. Like I said, you can talk to Vanny and Pseudo. They'll tell you it's a great. You will not get shy
Vanny has
around that.
Talked about it a lot, so I definitely have thought about it. It's just I'd be like, man, who and where and when and
Hey, they're doing free to level 60, so if you ever want to try, play until you level 60, man, and just play it, and like I said,
I'm sure give it a try, and I know.
I agree with
And
Dan on that one.
I've seen people play WoW, and it's like, well, I need to be able to have a decently good computer for that because the laptop that I'm using, this is a Walmart brand, so there's a limitation on everything you get. So
no, your PlayStation should run it fine. Your PS4 should run it fine.
Yeah.
So like I said, and then like I said, I gotta be able to wipe a couple of games off of this anyway. Some games that I've already beaten to add new games.
Yep.
And then sitting there, you playing Call of Duty. That's like
a hard drive itself.
That's a whole 400 gigabytes to itself. I
Yeah.
was like, man, you know what? I might as well just find games for me just to play by myself,
Hmm.
and make fun of myself at times.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
I guess
online games help me with my anxiety with talking to people.
so.
So,
It does.
But
It really
now
does for me too.
I did online gaming once where I made some real cool friends.
hmm
At that time, we were playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse when that was the
Okay.
big game to play,
hmm
and I made a couple of good friends on there. Then we lost contact. We just found each other again because one of them he just started out doing Twitch, and so I was like, okay, yeah, so now we're all trying to get back into what we used to play. But
hmm
other than that, I haven't did much of any online gaming.
Yeah.
So, but I would, if you give me few days, I would probably go ahead and download the Final Fantasy 14,
hmm
get that done, and probably jump in a couple of card games to see how it goes.
Oh, jumping with us, man, it's a good time. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful. That's always a banger. So,
Like I said,
no, for sure, man. And like I said, final and if you're in the Nova Circuit Discord, we have chat channels for all the games we play. So if you ever see us in a chat channel, you're always able to. None of them are locked. So if you ever see me and Mags or somebody in one of those chat channels, it's usually just showing what game we're playing. Join in. You'll always see us on one game, and if you join us in COD, it'll be a good time. Trust me. Even when we're losing, it's a good time.
okay. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I ain't got no
Yes,
problem with
Monster
that.
Hunter is a good one.
Monster Hunter is a really good game too.
That's a good
Oh,
one
I
too.
funny
I've only watched others play. I've never jumped in.
funny thing that we were mentioning people that we met online. That's how me and Margaret met. We now Halo is not the least toxic community. It's pretty damn toxic. But we were playing. I was playing Halo 3 back in the day, and I met Margaret. I no big deal. We played a couple games, and back in Halo, you can keep your party after a match. You if you wanted to party up, you
Hmm.
could.
Party
So
up.
her mic was off, mine was on. I was just talking to team, and yeah, we played like 3 or 4 games together, and after that, she turned on her mic. And she's like, "What's up? Hey, good games." And
I was
we,
being shy. I didn't want
yeah,
to. That was my first time playing
hmm
anything like that because I didn't even know what Halo was. I was 8 months, 8.5 months pregnant, and Jeff had me go stand in line for when it came out, and I had to stand in line for like 3 hours because he was at work. And had no idea what this game was about, and I was pissed off because here I am, huge as can be with our first child, standing in
Hmm.
line for this game. And I wasn't working at the time, so I was like, you know what, screw it, let me see what the hype is. And I turned it on, and I fell in love with the multiplayer, and I became really good at it. And then, like he said, we played like 3 games, partied up, and then after that, I was like, I got on, and just
yeah,
that
we
was
played
history.
like
It was
every day
good.
pretty much. It got to the point where my girlfriend at the time was getting jealous. She's like, "Oh, you're playing with
Yeah,
another girl?"
she hated me.
And it got to the point. It got to the point where actually my girlfriend at that time started playing. She was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start playing then," and so we got her on and all that stuff. But then she I already knew her husband though because the next day after we first met, her husband was online when I sent a party invite. He's like, "Yo," and I was like, "Wow, what a transition so quickly." And
Yeah.
he was like no, and he played Halo with me for a bit,
For a little
and that's
bit.
how I
For a
met her
little bit.
husband too. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I was
Yeah.
like, and then yeah, we became super friends
We all
since.
became really friends, and then we gained a couple other people in our party,
Mr.
and
Kitten,
Mr.
Mr.
Kitten, and
Snuffy, and
then
Princess
Under
Amanda.
Armour
Yeah, Under Armour.
came
Oh
in.
God,
And
Under
Mr.
Armour.
Kitten didn't make the trip, but they all had this big idea. Let's all go to Ohio. Nobody knowing anybody in person,
Yep.
remind you, at this time. And
Yeah.
let's all go to Ohio and visit Jeff and Margaret. So we had like all these people fly in. Well,
All of us flew
Under
in.
Armour
Yep.
guy came down to Kentucky, and you guys drove.
Yeah, we
So they
drove.
had a random person they only knew from Halo in their car driving 7.5 hours up to Ohio
Mm-hmm.
to meet us, and we
Oh
spent like a
man.
whole week together. And then after that, we all just stayed connected. And even though he's not with his ex anymore, I'm still friends with her, and we're still really good friends. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's respectful
Mm.
friends all the way around. And
That
it's
that
like,
that is strictly awesome. That's always something I wanted to do, but it like I said, my anxiety of being in crowds and being
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
around people and
I just didn't want to be bad at the game, and that was like the first time no one was
I'd be
judging
that
me.
little kid sitting in the corner and be like, okay,
Yeah, that's how I
you
am
know,
when I get to a crowd.
you know, I can even it's so many people that have like invited me to parties, and I probably if I go, most likely I'm in the shadow somewhere in the corner
Mhm.
where nobody know where I'm at.
That's me.
So it was hard for me to make friends. That's why I'm glad and thankful that I did start YouTube and streaming because it's helping me out a lot more. Like now, if it wasn't for streaming and YouTube, I probably wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so like I said, everything takes its time. So
Well, I'm glad
with
we crossed paths with you. That's awesome. Like
I'm
you're
telling you,
helping
his stream was a
Yeah.
fun
I think
time.
that's awesome.
I thought his stream was a fucking blast.
yeah,
We were on there just laughing, and then Little Caesars hit my tummy tums a couple times, and we were just laughing about
Yeah.
that.
You had to go to the restroom multiple times.
It's funny because he called me out on it. I was like, all right, I'll be back. I gotta go use the restroom. He's like, oh, someone might have have to go do a number 2. And I was like, that's so funny because the Little Caesars hit my tummy times. I was like, I gotta go.
I just started laughing like, oh, I got that correct.
Yep.
Domino. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I definitely wouldn't mind playing games with you guys. You guys are straight fun. I would definitely love to come back for a podcast
Oh yeah.
anytime.
Join us in
Yeah,
game
we'll
content.
have
If you ever want to be in part of our gaming videos, just hit us up. You have me on Discord. I'm on there all the time, so I don't miss messages. And like I said, if you ever decide 14, look at chat. You got Pseudo, you got Vanispheres. Final Fantasy 14 is amazing. You can make any character you want. You can make them. You're literally your own different character in this world, and it's amazing. It's really fun, man.
Mhm.
And yeah, if you ever want to play games, let us know. It's always a good time
like I
with us
said,
too.
I'm always around. So
Oh yeah.
if I'm not sitting around being lazy or taking a nap or taking care of my son, giving him some attention, giving him some
Right.
time, then most or doing any of some YouTube content, trust me, I will be around. So
Awesome. Yeah.
I think I
we'll
did
love
this
to have
right.
you back too. For sure.
Yeah. I went ahead and
Definitely
shouted him
enjoyed
out in
this
chat,
podcast.
his Twitch, so people can go to it. He's
Yeah,
trying to get to
please.
he's on that road to 100 followers, so please everybody go over there and follow, get him to that
Yeah.
path, please.
I think I'm just 2 away.
Yeah, please
All right,
go to his Twitch.
Well, I know there has to be 2 people here. Go follow him, or go find somebody to go
Yes.
follow him. Share him.
Got him to 99. Oh
Because
my
he is
God, we're
awesome to
getting
talk
there.
to.
Yeah, no, he's a cool guy. I told him, immediately told him, I was like, you ever want to be on our podcast? And he did immediately. I was like, sweet. And it's funny because we almost had somebody else planned for this week, but I was like, nah, Margaret, we need to meet this guy.
We
I was like,
switched him.
he's cool.
Like,
Yeah,
he
we
was like,
switched
"Yep,
you
we're
guys. I
doing
was like,
this way."
we really need to meet this guy. I was like, he's really cool.
That's
So, and we're really glad to have you on. We were glad, that you had a good time. You took us all in.
Thank you for
Yeah.
yep, they got you to 99 so far.
I know.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to join on our future anime show that we're coming out with soon, you'll always be.
Always.
You could be on every
I mean,
episode.
right,
Heck, if
I'm
you
always on this
want to be the host, we'll find a way to contract you to be the host of it, and we'll find a way to
Nah.
get you money
You'd be a
there.
great host for it.
I don't think I'd be that good of a host, but
I
We
think
got to 100. We got to 100.
Yay!
Thank you, all of you.
Road to
wish I had
200.
Hey, don't stop there. Keep going.
What's your plan for you guys? But
Yeah.
budget because I was gonna do cosplay, but I'm like, nah, budget. So
Yeah.
but I'm gonna try my best to find something good for you guys. I plan on doing like a mystery box for anime people. Load up, just buy random anime T-shirts, animal plushies, put them in a box, and go for a prize and just ship it to anybody.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Giveaway.
You know,
That's not a bad idea.
Kind of fun. Now I don't know. So figurines get to the point they get pricey. So we'll see. But I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it. So I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to also get to the point, push more videos because, like I said, I want to try to get my YouTube channel up to 2,000 by the end of this year.
Yeah,
So
you have a lot of subscribers, a lot more than us.
We can definitely help you there.
hopefully I can get there. But anyway,
Good.
like I said, everything is a process. It takes its time.
Oh, of course,
Yep,
man.
absolutely.
And you're in the right community, the right group of people to help you get there too.
Yeah.
Always. You always have our
Yeah,
support.
we're right along
Yeah.
with you. Me and Jeff, my husband, we're starting our little. We're trying to get ours, and we're trying to find the time too. I totally get the full time situation because we have 5 kids, and
Yeah.
so trying to juggle the kids, and then we also want to. We play like a whole bunch of different board games, like games that you would walk into Walmart and you pick it up and go, I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna put it back because I have no clue. And they're actually really fun if you just really took the time to understand how to play them, and that's what we
Nice.
do. So that we have like, and Jason's seen our collection of board games. It's ridiculous, and so we're gonna start doing gameplay. We're just gonna do, just talk about the game and then
Yeah.
play it, so you can have a run through because. These games, some of these games you can get right at Walmart or Target, and people bypass them because they're like, I have no clue what that is, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So,
I plan on in the near future when I was trying to set up for a PC, I was just planning on like having a table here so my son, because my son loves being behind the camera.
Don't they
He,
all?
it's some of my early on videos on my YouTube. We used to do a lot of talk, bring up stuff like Godzilla. We're both Godzilla fans, so
right.
trailers for Godzilla or Sonic the Hedgehog. He was always with me, So I'm trying to do stuff. A couple of times he had streamed for 2 hours playing
Don't
Cars
say Fortnite.
3.
Okay.
Well, he plays Fortnite now, so
Oh no, he's
on
not
his-
safe.
on-
He's not
on his
safe.
Switch. But from time to time, he'll ask me, can he play his Cars game, and he has plenty of time. Played it for like 2 hours straight. He'll interact with people in chat himself. He's a real talker player, but I plan to have a nice table in the middle between us, have us playing stuff like old trouble games, Uno, sorry, stuff like that through
Right.
stream.
Mhm.
I want to I'm trying my best to keep my son close.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
100%. Hey, girl.
Especially the way the world is nowadays. So you try your best to keep him out of trouble.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's
yeah,
hard to
absolutely.
get my son off my hip. I mean, he's just like, Daddy, do you want to play Mario Party with me? Hey, Daddy, you want to play Mario Sunshine? Hey, Daddy.
Just not too long ago, just popped his head in the door to see if I was still online. He trying his best to stay quiet.
Aw,
Oh man, no. My son, I think, is asleep. So.
yeah, our kids are.
But it's like it's
our 13-year-old.
constant with me.
I can't get mine to sleep. I have to literally knock him in the head.
Mine does pretty good. We tell him bedtime, he doesn't fuss. But
As
man,
soon as I say bedtime, he's crying. Can I watch a movie with you? Can I do this? Can you read me a story?
Yep.
And you got to give in to him. So
Yeah, that's it.
so
That's like
but-
tonight. My youngest kept climbing out of his bed, and all he wanted was me to hold him. So I kept going in there and just holding him for a second, and then laying back down. But
yeah.
it's like you try not to spoil him too much, but you can't help it.
No, I don't think I try to stop it now. Is with his grandparents. I gotta
Same
tell you
with
right
mine.
now, he's the only grandchild. So
Oh, there you
Yeah. Well, I mean, mine's not
Hey,
the only one.
spoil-
Mine's the one around
so he's
consistently.
gonna get spoiled.
Oh yeah.
So
Hands
but
down.
just like not about 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, my dad just bought my son a bow and arrow. I'm like, what is he gonna do with a bow and arrow?
go. Shoot his eye out.
You see him in the house. Look, you see him in the house now. He said he's Kikyo from Inuyasha. I'm
Oh
like,
my goodness.
Lord.
Man.
And they get to the point. Next, you know, I made some targets out of cardboard, put them up in different places. Me and him are just shooting, having fun with. So I'm like, well, I'm a big kid myself, so I
Yeah,
might as well
absolutely.
find.
Get in there and with them.
But I mean, your whole life changes when you do have a child.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's
It
awesome.
really does.
I'm just glad mine's geeky like me, so it's
Yeah.
easy to spoil him. Well, not spoil him, but understand what he's at.
I thought for sure he was gonna be the total opposite of me. He's pretty much the same.
Yep, my son, it's video games, video games. Like, we got him a Pac-Man arcade machine in his bedroom because he loves Pac-Man. He's just sitting there all day, and he's like, "Daddy, come beat my high score." And I'm like, "I can't. I'm bad at Pac-Man."
My son sits there and plays Sonic, Fortnite. He comes in, he wants to play games with me. He wants to play like basketball. I'm like, man, look, hold on, wait, you don't know how to play this yet. And and once he get into a groove, you be like, okay, look, I got to go hard on you now. I can't have you getting beat
Right.
by a 6-year-old.
Oh, it
No,
happened to me on
They
the
get better. It's
64.
almost like they get better than you, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, wait a minute, this can't happen. Like, where did you
yeah,
come from?
and you come from like I've been playing since Sega Genesis. Games where
You
you have
jump
to stay
on.
up all night to beat because you don't want
Yes.
to turn it off. Now you get the kids nowadays, they automatically shoot past you.
It's like they're born with the technology in their
No.
brain. I swear.
It's like, how'd that
I know that's
happen?
like I know it's like our oldest son. Jeff was when we had Alex. He was all about he's gonna be just like me. I'm gonna teach him everything he needs to know about computers and anime and all of this under the sun. And honestly, that's exactly who he is. He surprises me. He's trying to develop his own games and he's doing a
Nice.
fantastic job at it. He amazes me, but
Well, I
sometimes
mean,
he gets on Jeff's nerves because he's always like getting in his stuff like you need to do this, Dad, and you need to put it this way. He's like, hey,
mm,
like you don't come tell me what to do, but it's
yeah, that's
good though.
pretty much how my son is. He loves to help people around the house. If my dad's out there in the yard mowing the lawn, he wants to mow the lawn.
Yep.
If I'm
My kids would be like
watching the
that.
car, he wants to watch the car. If he see me doing anything with cooking, he wants to do it too. Like man, you can't do everything yet.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, he's a sweet little devil. I say that, and but he's very energetic, very fun. He throws stuff in where you be like, you just 6 and you already saying this one big word.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Right.
Yeah, that's just started to hit me too.
Like, okay, do
Plants
you know
versus
what that? You be like, do
zombies.
you know what that means? Yes. And let me tell you, it means this and that and that and this. You be like, where did you hear it from? YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But y'all, you learn too fast.
Right.
Right.
Like my
But
son watches this guy on YouTube called Think Noodles or something, and he plays a lot of Roblox stuff. And like,
yeah, my son as well. Him
yeah.
and forgot this GTV or something.
Oh, I don't know. I just Choo Choo TV. I
I
remember I
don't
used to
know.
watch it when he was a baby, but
I don't know. I just be sitting back because he used to watch. What's the little Asian kid name?
Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah,
Hmm.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan's World. He blew
Yes.
up, and it all started with him and his dad
Yes.
just recording him like just opening toys, and it like blew up to this big thing. Now he has his own TV show on Netflix or
He
Hulu
blew
or
up.
something like that. Like he blew up.
Oh yeah.
Cause he got a show on PBS Kids. He has grown. That boy
Oh,
has
he's on
blew up
PBS
quick.
Kids now.
Yeah, I think it's on PBS Kids now. He got his own where he's putting stuff like pieces together and crank it, and it a certain character or something from parts he done found. I'm like, wow, y'all
Yeah.
went from something that's small to your own TV. Got your own clothing line, got your own toys line. I'm like,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like I know it's
kudos to
crazy.
them.
I'm really weird about that because I don't want to expose my kid online. So I guess I just have like different feelings about
Yeah.
that because I'm like really weird.
Yeah,
Like I know there's a lot of weird people out there, so I'm like I do my best to keep my son off the camera.
I
But
don't get
like,
it
I
either.
yeah, I'm
understand
just
that.
like I'm not gonna
But
I'm not gonna use my kid to make
mm,
money.
nah,
And
I don't think they used him to make money, but it's
I think it
just
just kind of fell in
once
his
you
lap.
Yeah, yeah.
once it becomes that niche or something starts grasping,
Mm-hmm.
the only option you can do is just run with it
Pretty much.
and then look at where it got him. So
Yeah.
now I don't know if he probably getting homeschooling and all that now, but by the time he hit teenage years, he's pretty much the biggest star you probably ever seen in the world right now. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
All that money.
And like I said, now he also has a gaming channel. So
Yeah,
God,
he has like
yeah.
an animated like gaming channel called Combo Panda. My son watches as well.
yeah,
And there's also my nieces watch this girl. I don't know her name. I can't remember.
Never heard
Cookie, I
of her.
think it is. Okay, I know because you don't have
yeah.
a girl.
No,
But no, seriously, she does like these little shotkin things, and she's a grown woman, but she goes in there and she'll buy them and she'll open them up and then she'll play with them on YouTube. And then like my nieces watch her faithfully, and I looked at my sister. I said, "This woman is literally making a lot of money off of YouTube because these little kids are watching her just play with toys."
Just play with it.
Just playing with these little, opening them up because they're surprise shopkins or whatever they are, and she's just,
Mm.
oh hey, blah, 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 and she's just
the
playing with them.
surprise egg stuff. That stuff blew
Yeah,
up too.
and it's
Yeah.
like people are going crazy over it.
Shoot, I think
That's like,
I think just Nova Circuit needs to
yeah.
convert to a kids toy channel where we just open surprise eggs.
Do like reviews on kids. I mean, I got enough kids to
I
review
got
anything
one, but it's gonna be
on.
very linear on what he wants. Mario. So you want
Right.
Mario
Yeah,
reviews? We got it for
I
you.
mean, ever since pretty much the internet hit, yeah, this is you can pretty much become a star at anything now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean, just
guess
take TikTok. All it takes is that one TikTok video, and like you'll go to sleep one night and you'll wake up and you have like 25K following you out of nowhere because your TikTok video went crazy, and then people
Yeah,
are following
just
you and
when
want to know all about you, and then they're gonna follow everything about you.
Yeah,
Because,
Margaret would message me because I don't like TikTok. I'm sad to have Nova Circuit on there, but like
that's
I
their
did a
fault.
video on there and like I wake up to my phone blown up by Margaret. Like, did you see it? It's got thousands of views, and I'm like, okay. I was like,
Yeah, his
is
first
that
video
good?
got like that, like first, or I think it was maybe the third one.
Yeah, got like
It was our
3,000, close to 3,000.
Our
Yeah.
yeah,
Sea of
girl,
Thieves is what blew up.
I was shocked. I got on it, got up to like I was just doing smaller videos, and it got up to 10 followers, and I just did a one little reaction. It's like somebody was trying to train a dog to eat some food or something, and they had a little stuffed llama walking up. He digged in the food and he fall over and died. So the dog spit the bacon out and went the other way, and it was just me reacting to it, laughing. And I woke up. I'm like, I had 50 some thousand people that seen it, liked it, and up 800 follow. I'm like, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I
That's all
know,
it takes.
right? That's all
So
it
I'm
takes.
like, okay. But I also sitting back watching, just going through it. I do see a lot that you do need social media to kind of get you started.
That's why we
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
one. We just use it to show clips of our
Because
videos on YouTube.
Yeah, shorts
I've
of
seen so many streamers and other gamers and YouTubers. Once you just put some funny videos up there of your content, people flock over to your stuff and you start growing.
exactly.
So I was
Oh, yeah.
like,
And
wow.
you know what? And as much as I told Jason, I said, it's funny that I mean, you don't like TikTok. I said, but it would be probably a good spot for Nova Circuit just to put some of our YouTube like funny, like just take a funny clip out of it or something, like a 30-second
Yeah.
funny clip, and then put it in there and say, watch the rest of the video at our YouTube page.
Yeah, because
And then
it will definitely push you to that point.
right, and TikTok is probably the biggest thing. I actually had to stop because it took over my life. And my husband, I find him, he comes home from work and I hear it. I'm like, get off of TikTok. Like, what is your problem? Like, he'll be on there for hours. And that's the thing. People get stuck on that. And it's like,
Yeah,
they're going to see your
it
video.
is extremely
Yeah.
glued. Because I can find myself if I
Eye
can't
traffic.
sleep at night and I just jump on it. Before I know it, it's 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what just happened with time?
Yeah, I had to get off TikTok just because it was just a bunch of like, I tell Margaret, I complain about it all the time. I was like, dude, like everything's like a half naked girl singing a song. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't do this. I was like,
It all-
one,
it's
every time it
definitely-
pops up, like my wife is there, and I'm like, oh, good, like perfect timing. Here we go. I swear.
Yeah, especially when you're bored, when you're like she said, at work, like you're at work being bored. Like Jason does it. He'll, like, if he's waiting for me, I'll hear him. I'm like, Jason, get off TikTok. Let's play some
Dude,
games.
I mean,
Like, oh,
there's
hold
some
on.
there's some
Wait,
really
wait a
good
minute.
like small good humor content on there, like the macaroni with the chicken strip things. Like that's hilarious.
That became our
Yeah,
thing
there's
now.
a bunch of good, funny content on there. But then you sit there, you're going through it. All of a sudden, somebody half nigga pops up. You're like,
Yeah,
"What? I'm
I know.
not trying to see you." Then,
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh,
then,
okay.
then you know, even if you just sitting there, just go on to the next video, you like it before you even watch the whole video.
Mhm.
It puts it in like a good algorithm that if you like that video, we're gonna send you more.
Yep.
So you
Right.
pretty much have to stay away from it. So you be like, okay, I gotta watch this whole video. Oh, nope, that's not what I want to watch. Okay, this is good content. Because mine was like that starting off. Now I've got a lot of good cosplayers, a lot of gamers, a lot of YouTubers and anime people on there that interact with. So it stopped from doing all the booty shaking and the. I be like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
Margaret's husband Jeff showed me how to stop that, or told me how to do it, so definitely
Yeah.
stopped that. And now I just look for the comedy stuff, or I have Nova Circuit following a whole bunch of esports or other content creators just to kind of keep us going with them.
'cause that is how a lot of good voice actors are being found.
Hmm.
That is how a lot of good manga creators and people that's doing their own comics and stuff. So I'm like, this is a good way to find it. You're gonna need the internet, so
Hmm.
you're gonna need that social media.
Yeah, I told
Regardless.
Margaret I want to do stand up
That's
comedy.
what I need to start doing. I'm trying my best to be like, yeah, I need to go ahead and start making clips, put it on YouTube. I mean, yeah, on YouTube and on TikTok, Instagram, and all these other sites to help boost more people and get more people in. But it's sitting there, you work an 8 to 5 job, you come home, you're tired, and you be like, man, let me give my son a good, good time. You play games, take a shower, you eat. So by the time all that's done, it's 8, 9 o'clock. So my mind is like, okay, yeah, I gotta get some YouTube content out. Let me go ahead and do that. Then I'm not paying nobody to do editing or thumbnails and stuff for me. So now I gotta do that. That might take me to
Yep.
2 o'clock in the morning to get done. So I'm like, man, I ain't finna do jack when it come down to the internet. So I'm gonna just, I mean,
Yeah.
with social media, so I'm gonna just gonna go to bed. I gotta get up in the next few hours.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I'm truly lucky to have a job that gives me a lot of downtime that I do to,
yeah,
because Nova Circuit wouldn't have came back or been where it is now if it wasn't for my job giving me downtime. Because there's times where before me and Margaret start playing games or something, I'm just like, yeah, I'm editing videos because I have time to do it now. It's just, man,
yeah,
editing videos can get very tedious. So I'm gonna probably start hiring an editor because, man, I've been getting a lot of
yeah.
headaches
I
and
mean, we do
migraines lately because of it.
a lot of like we. Excuse me. We'll take a week and we'll just play and then we'll record and then he has all of this to
Backlog.
go through to and
Backlog of
then
work. Yeah.
yeah to
And I'm
go
the
through.
only editor right now for Nova Circuit, and well, it's gonna change soon. I'm teaching Mark and Mills how to do it, but
That
it's
is pretty
crazy.
much the same with me because now, like I said, I'm doing so much on just one channel. Movie reviews, you watching brand new movie, you got to talk about it, then you got to chop it up, make it shorter, or take some stuff
Yeah.
that you didn't. Then if you come in, you're doing anime reactions, you got to do it a certain way because you can't get strikes and claims and all that.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't want all that coming to issue. You gotta be like, okay, the music or the sound. Then you have to come in. You want to put the neatest thumbnail that you can, or something to be eye catchy.
Right.
And then you have to come in and you. So yeah, it is a lot for one person to do in one day.
It
Hmm.
is.
And then specials like trailers drop every week. Sometimes if I'm busy, it'd be like, okay, I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that. That day done went by. Now I'm like, I don't get no trailer reaction out. You're pretty much behind because you're
Yep.
trying to follow the trend.
Right.
But now, if once you build up your own community in YouTube, people are gonna watch regardless.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just you're trying to get newer people in that time. So
Right.
it is very hectic for one person to do. You have to find somebody that's a editor and pay them to do it. And I'm like, sometimes that's a bit of a budget. You have to loop that in and So it's a lot at
Yeah.
one time.
Oh yeah.
So
The main overall goal is to just have everybody in Nova Circuit be able to edit though. Because like I was telling Margaret, our 3-year plan is to, well, 5-year honestly, but I plan to have it in 3 years, is owning our own warehouse to do content full time, where I can leave my current job. Because financially, I'm almost there where I can do that.
nice.
Yeah, we'll come together into one big thing. It'll be our what he called our forever job.
Yeah, because like I said, financially,
Sound like,
I want to just start my own business and just retire owning my own business.
Sounds like you want to be like YouTuber name Blind Wave. I don't know if you heard of them.
Never heard of him.
They're a group of people that they do movie reviews, trailer reactions, talk about all kinds of stuff, and they're pretty much a whole nerdy group to the point where they throw their own little Comic Con and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But like I said, yeah. I mean, things gonna take its time. Like
Yep.
I said, I don't. I have not years into it. I just take a day at a time to just see how it goes. Because I don't want to overwhelm myself or get to the point stressed out or anything like that, or burned out. Because
I would set a goal, and that goal, just have it there, but take your time getting there. Like you said, like day by day. Set that goal. Don't not set a goal to set to work towards, but definitely take your time and do your thing.
Yeah, because
I'll get there.
Not too long ago, about a couple of weeks, couple of weeks ago, there's another streamer that me and him been friends for a while. I've been part of his stream. He's been part of mine, and he just got burned out on it. So he's at a point where he done stopped. So it's not for everybody, but I was at that point in time like, should I just give up on streaming and just stick with my YouTube? I was at the point with that with YouTube, because I was like, man,
just getting
these 1 or 2 subscribers here and there, and you're like, man, ain't nobody subscribing. Then next just out of the blue, I did my first anime reaction, and next it skyrocketed. So I was like, okay, now I see how it worked. But at that time, it was like me just, once I jumped right into it, make a video, make 5 or 6 videos that one day, get them trying to edit, not even taking my time, trying to give you quantity instead of quality. And things weren't coming out like it was, Then it's next I started changing my thought process about it, and take your time, things will come. So
See, that's what we want to do. Like, that's what I told Jeff. I said I would like to get like 2 or 3 games. Like, we could sit there and do like 2 or 3 games a night and get it recorded, and then we could spend a couple of days, editing them, and then just post 1 game a week. So like, we have 3 weeks ahead. Like, we did 3 weeks worth of shooting, of stuff to put out, but we did it on one night. But we won't put it out for it would be 3 weeks worth. You know what I'm saying? So we can knock like 3 weeks out in one night, but that's a lot of gaming. That's 3 games, and like with 1 game can last an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you're recording for at least whatever hours. And then we were thinking about streaming, and then along with our kids, you see what happened tonight with my son. Like, what if we're in the middle of a game streaming? Like, that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So it's like we're gonna have to pick and choose when we do stuff like that.
And streaming does help out a lot, to the point where if you can play games and do everything through streaming, you can save up your stuff and chop up your videos and put them on YouTube. That'll make it a lot easier for you.
Yeah, that's what these podcasts do. They go straight over to the YouTube channel.
Yeah. So.
But
I think you'll be alright. I think you can do it.
Because
we great at it.
Yeah, we worked out our own little schedule with that. We just play games one whole week, and then the next week I just spend my whole time editing and trying to get this backlog caught up. And so, like, I'm still working on the Google Vacation Part 2 video, because now it's done. Everything's cut. Everything's cut up and finished. I'm just adding, like, I like to call it pop, like funny moments, little funny little things. So I'm just trying to make it perfect.
Yeah,
But
I understand that, but that's a process.
I just need to hire like
mhm.
2 or 3 kids to be like, yo, you watch the content that
Yeah,
we post, you see how it is, go in there, edit it, and try to make it just
yeah.
as the same as
That
possible. Because
takes
I
a
have
little time. Precisely.
there's bigger projects that I have in line like this year that I mean COVID really shut things down last year for filming projects like doing web series because I really like I mentioned earlier that Ben Drown thing I really want to do that. Me and Margaret talked about working on a LARP series about LARPing and then we talked about some small shorts with Mark and Mills. Also, they're Nova Circuit people you guys haven't met, but there's a lot of things we want to film. We have the cameras, we have the equipment. Now it's just COVID was so evil, and it wasn't a zombie apocalypse
Yeah.
like we all wanted. So, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I understand that COVID show took a lot from a lot of people,
oh yeah,
but it helped out and to find it's like it worked out for the best for a lot of people, then it worked out differently for others.
yep,
So,
Right.
I mean, hey, I'm to the point where I'm thankful to be alive, but I'm also hurting for the ones that aren't in a way. So
mm-hmm.
I,
Thank
it's
you, Lindsay, for the follow.
so there's a
Oh yeah,
whole,
Maybe.
but like yeah, like
whole nother.
I mean, all of 2020 wasn't bad though. Like,
No,
we were able to do a lot of we decided to do the podcast, and we were like everybody else is doing them virtual
that,
because
that's
the original plan was to
man,
have people in a room, but
yeah.
and then
I
it gave
mean,
us more time too, and luckily my job was just like IT, you guys can still come in if you want, because a lot of businesses shut down, but they let IT come in. So I was just like, okay, cool. And I was still able to get the content out there. And thank God. I was worried, man. I was just like, man. And it just hit at a weird time because like house buying stuff and that was distracting me and
no, well, like I said,
COVID.
we still got life going on. So,
Thank God. But
but hey, like I said, there was some good that came out of being at home for a whole weeks and amount of time, all those situations. You
oh,
know,
yeah.
if it wasn't pretty much for COVID, I probably wouldn't have never started streaming this early.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that
Right.
early.
Like
So,
we only stream
yeah,
once a week, so I mean we're not
Yeah.
most of our content we want ours to be mainly a YouTube platform, but honestly we're realizing streaming's almost might have to be a thing, so we might have to do it more than just
Yeah.
Sundays.
I've actually
yeah,
thought about coming on during the week myself.
Mm-hmm.
like I said, that can help you guys out. Y'all can both see. And then one thing about Streamlabs, you can sit there and record what you're streaming,
Yep, that's what I'm doing
so
right
it can
now.
help. It can help you out to chop up your videos, and you can always
Yep.
chop it up and put your little pops in and make it perfect,
Yep.
and you can still get it to YouTube.
Yep.
That means you can still pretty much have content coming out pretty much every 2 days, 2 or 3 days, depending on how you guys want it. So, or however long it takes you to get done editing. So that's what
Yep.
I was planning on trying to do. Do my reactions on through streaming and all that, and then just chop it up and just upload it to YouTube.
Yep.
But it got to the point I was like, you know what, that's too much work for me.
Yeah,
Right.
So I just
I got the like I usually do most of it on my gaming PC, but now that I got the new MacBook Pro and found out that thing renders videos so much better and so much faster,
yeah,
it's like I might be able to
Mhm.
push out more content quicker.
and that's pretty much the same thing with me. I do everything on pretty much on my phone. I do all the editing and
Yeah.
reactions and all that through that. And like I said, I can't do too much on my laptop because it freezes up. It gets up on it, freezes up. I have to shut it down and go. If I'm doing some work on it, it gets to the point it knocks everything out. So I just like I got to restart from scratch. That's why I'm trying my best now to also upgrade to a nice DPC
Mm-hmm.
gaming rig or whatever. I just need something to get me to that point.
Yeah. Hey, you'll
Because
get there.
eventually the phone's conks out. Then you have to upgrade. You got to figure out how to use that all over again, and it's like I said, it's always a stepping ladder or something in the blocking your way. But hey, once you get over,
It's a
you
damn
good.
tedious process. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very tedious.
And it
But
aggravates me.
other
But
than
you
that,
know,
yeah. So
it really does.
well, I really do appreciate you guys.
yeah.
This has been a fun evening. Sunday. I hope I didn't have hold you
No.
guys up for playing
Oh,
y'all
absolutely
game
not.
on you
No, no,
guys.
not at
But
all. No, we're
Not
good.
at all.
No, we
I didn't.
just dabble in Final Fantasy for a little bit before I pass out in my bed. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I'm finna just go get my son, tell him time for bed for him, read him a book, and I'll probably go back to watching some movie till I fall asleep.
yeah,
And work,
sounds
working
awesome.
Sounds like a
AM.
good night.
So do you have any shout outs, Darklight, before you leave? I already shouted out your channel a couple times. I'll do it one more in chat. But anything before you leave, man?
Well, I don't have any shout outs. I'm just kidding. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys have been wonderful. I've been reading your chat here and there. My phone's been right here the whole time. If you see me lean over, I've been trying to keep it charged before it go dead. But thank you guys for the follow. Hope you guys enjoyed this little fam of a podcast, an anime podcast.
Oh yeah.
Well, we actually went from anime to a million things.
Hey, it's
So
what it's all about. It's all
That's
about the
good. I
conversation.
love it.
It's
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. So, but yeah, I appreciate all of you guys.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
this has been extremely wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I can come back soon for any other podcast.
You just let me know.
Anything you guys have planned. Nah, you let me know.
Okay, well
Yeah,
we have someone
like-
booked for next week, but if you want the next
Oh.
week, it's between you and Vanispheres on fighting. We might have to like literally like drop a spear between you two, and y'all
We're
just
still
like
waiting
figure
on
it out.
Televish to get back to
Yeah,
us.
we're waiting on another streamer to get back to us. But yeah, after next week's podcast, there's an opening spot, so it's up for grabs. I mean, so
I mean, look, pretty much this is y'all podcast. Y'all let me know.
all right, I'll let you
I'll
know.
be glad
We
to
can do
come
that.
back. Y'all decide to do a podcast early in the week. Y'all let me know. I wouldn't mind coming back for it.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Oh, we would
yeah,
love to
so-
have you. It's always fun. Can't wait to see you in your streams again.
yeah, I
Yeah, I'm definitely have to
hopefully
check you out.
hopefully Fridays and Saturdays I can get back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'll be there.
So 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. If anything, I'll have to update because there's always something going on with technology that pushes you
Always.
back. So,
Mhm.
Yep.
but yeah. So
We know that
everybody
way too
out
well.
there, follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/DarkLightAnime. Discord.io/DarkLightAnime, as you can see above my head. Twitch, I know your boy has Carnage over here, or should I say John? What should I
Jason.
call you?
Jason, Carnegie,
okay.
Carnage, it's whatever you want. You can
Well,
Home
Carnage
Skillet, G Unit. It's I take all kinds of names. Awesome.
sounds- I'm gonna show you how to figure something out. I'm gonna have to come up with another.
No, you're
But
good.
thank you, Carnegies.
Mhm.
I know he's been putting up my Twitch in there, so
Mhm.
hope you guys come over there, check me out some.
Oh
You
yeah.
can also join me on YouTube, youtube.com/DarkLightAnime. Like I said, I do reviews when I can, trailer reactions every time, anime reactions. You can also throw in that fights. You can also give me some news that might then pop up. I would like to talk. I would always love to talk about news. In Marvel, DC, anything like that.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, so I really do appreciate everybody. I hope everybody have a wonderful evening. Well, afternoon, evening,
Evening.
morning, wherever you are
All the
located.
above.
Yes. So you guys stay safe. I'm in Dark Light, and I will catch you lovely ladies and gents next time.
Yep, and I'll see you guys
Awesome.
later.
Thank you,
Actually,
guys.
people that are we're gonna stream still. We're gonna go take a quick intermission, and then you're gonna see us in Final Fantasy 14 for a little bit. So just
Yeah,
please stick
boy.
around, listen to the music, jam, headbang, do what you kids do, and
And we'll be back.
we'll be back.
Thanks again for being here with us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right.